Quick interruption because this fixes all content creator problems. If you're consistently adjusting your camera, losing framing when you move, or re-recording content because you drifted out of the shot, that is a waste of time and engagement. I started using the OBS Bot mini camera and it eliminated all of that. It uses AI auto tracking to follow you in real time, keeps you perfectly framed, and delivers clean, professional video without extra gear or full studio setup. Whether you're streaming, podcasting, or on client calls, this makes you look locked in and polished automatically. Stop fighting your camera and focus on your message. I dropped the affiliate link in the description. If you're serious about content, this is an easy upgrade. As you can see, I'm testing out the camera and everything, and it's working out pretty well. Hit the link, get yours.
Welcome to the table. Power, perspective, profit.
I think you muted, bro.
Oh, my bad. Welcome to another show, one of the dopest shows on YouTube where we talk about everything under the sun as long as we get back to the money, real conversations, and real solutions. I'm your host, Courtnee Edgar, and I got my co-host with me, Macaroni Tony, and we got our special guest, Jessica. What's good with it?
Boy, now you heard me.
Say, war now.
Boy, now.
Everybody, I know we're supposed to have some more people coming. I know Marcus, he'll be here, and Rod, they'll be here as well. We do have another guest that's supposed to be pulling up as well, but they'll be here when they're supposed to be here. But before we get into these topics, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe for the algorithm, and make sure you hit the bell notification so that way you won't miss any more uploads or any more of our live streams. And also, if you enjoy the content, make sure you share this with your family and friends. All right, so I want to go ahead and get started with the first topic of tonight. I guess we're gonna start heavy today. We're gonna get right into the thick of things. All right. So this first topic is about, would it be okay to terminate someone's life based on gender? Now, so I'm gonna play a video. Once I play that video, then we'll give our thoughts and our opinions. All right. So I want to go ahead and rock out. Here we go. Let's get to it.
Think that men and women should have all of the same human rights?
Of course.
Yeah.
Yes,
I do think that, yeah.
I mean, we come from the same thing, so you feel me?
Do you think that men and women, boys and girls, should have equal rights regardless of their age?
yes.
Yes.
Of course.
Yes, it should be equal human rights.
Everybody should have all the same rights, whether it's, black, white, men or women.
Do you think that they should have equal rights to the same medical care?
100,000,000%.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Would it ever be okay to deny someone medical care based on his or her gender?
No.
I don't think that's right.
No.
Hell no.
Do you think it would ever be okay to terminate someone's life without his or her consent based on gender?
No.
No?
Oh, no.
Innocent human, no. If they're human, no matter if it's gender or color or religion or anything.
Do you support the availability of sex-selective abortion?
What do you mean by that?
Yeah, so it's if a woman she's pregnant and she finds out she's having a girl and she really wanted a boy and she says, I'm going to have an abortion.
That's her choice.
So how do you reconcile that with what you said before about it's never okay to terminate someone's life based on gender?
That's basically was a trick question, right?
Do you think it's okay specifically for sex selective purposes?
Sure.
Okay, so you'd support sex selective abortion.
Sure.
Okay. How do you reconcile that with your statement earlier that you think it's not okay to value someone's life based on gender?
I feel like that would agree with my statement. Oh, wait, no, it disagrees. So you're really hitting me with some very conflicting questions. So then I would have to say, no, people should not be able to sexually select for abortion.
So based off of this video, I want to let Jessica go first on this. So what are your thoughts on this video in regards to what they're talking about?
I think it's interesting to hear people and how they responded to it. I don't think you should be able. I think being a parent is a blessing, and that should come with whether or not you're having a baby boy or a baby girl. I thought that was really interesting to hear people saying actually that they thought you should be able to terminate it based off of the gender. Yeah.
That's fair. Anybody else? What are your thoughts on it?
I don't. Y'all can hear me?
Yeah.
I don't too like with this question. I get it, but I'm more intrigued with like I guess the logic, how it gets kind of like broken down once you start asking different questions, because now your logic is being tested across the board, and then you can see the inconsistencies, because in the beginning, if you said, well, it depends, right, and then you be more descriptive about it, then when that second follow-up question that she did, it'd be kind of more okay. It's a little different, because now you adding a little more perspective to things. But when you just all out say 100%, and then your logic got to be applied across the board, it's just interesting to see how inconsistent the logic is, right? When it get brought into like, okay, I'm bringing you a real life situation, and then the logic breakdown. And I think it's I think that's what goes on a lot in today's communication when people are having conversations. They have a lot of top level over like a top level conversation, and it's just like a broad conversation. But then when you go into the details of things, that's when the logic can actually be applied, and you can see if you're going to be consistent or not. If that makes sense. I don't know, man. I'm rambling.
Yeah, I think if it's the woman's, if it's a choice she wants to do, I think she should be able to do it. I think 100%. If she says, I want to terminate this kid because I don't want a boy, she 110% should be able to do it, because that kid is gonna go through fucking hell his whole life because she didn't want a fucking boy. And there's a whole bunch of people who like fight against that, because it feels good to say you shouldn't do it, but you never have to live in a house with someone who didn't fucking want you. So like, no one ever actually cares, like, as far as the mental that goes to that kid, what he's gonna go through or she's gonna go through. So I would say, yeah, 100%. If this person's telling you this is not what I want, fucking don't let them have it.
I don't know. I kind of agree with you, Marcus, but at the same time, I do think there's a certain, I say there's a space where I disagree with you, because there's some people there were some people that probably was raised in a household where the woman absolutely hated the child based off the gender, but they grew up to be phenomenal people, and at the same time they remembered how they was raised and they did the opposite, and they were actually contributing people of society.
I think that is correct, and it definitely does happen. That person is still probably not functioning well as having their own family, but they're sufficient. But still, even at that point, there's a lot of people who don't make it as far as like being able to be socialized and just doing the right things in life, because they're dealing with a parent who didn't want them. So I agree with you. I definitely think like it comes on the side to where people are functioning in very, and those people will tell you the same thing, that they agree with it. It should happen. But even though they came out very well, at least on a certain level, what you're looking at. But most of those people, yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna say, I want to ask you a question. Do you think it's irresponsible for the person to go that route, even though they participated in a reproductive activity? You don't have a choice of if the baby is going to be the gender. You don't have the choice on the gender. So do you think it's kind of like irresponsible if you have that position that you want a girl and you don't know what it's going to be, but then if you got a boy, you terminated it?
Oh, it's 100% irresponsible, but that shouldn't be irresponsible that we need to test out or make someone, take that what's irresponsible. that person should be able to be castrated. Like, to be honest with you, shouldn't have any kids. Like for real. They
So you
shouldn't be able
saying
to
in
have
the
any
beginning
kids.
the logic? So you saying in the beginning the logic should be if you have that kind of mindset, they should be castrated because you're not making a sound decision.
You're not making a sound decision at all. Yeah. They should literally not procreate. They should not bring life on this earth, especially if they have to take care of it. So if
I think that's a fair assessment. I think that's a fair assessment because I think I said in the other stream, in New York, right, 1 in 2 kids are being aborted.
Yeah.
So there's multiple reasons why, other than grape, and other and health issues, for the reason why these abortions are happening. So there's so many different other factors outside of medical and abortion are the reason why that's going on. If it's happening 1 and 2.
Oh, it's more. I guarantee it's more of like selfish reasons. Guaranteed.
Yeah.
Like, there's no way that it is like actual like situations where they could die or something. Like, it's more selfish reasons, but I feel they're validated. I feel, hey, again, I know it's tough to say, hey, you did this, you need to lay with it, but only person's gonna suffer is that fucking person that didn't choose to be here. So like, and no one, I don't think anyone ever goes that far enough to even recognize that part, because I'm gonna tell you, for a lot of situations, even women still are like, I don't want to give the kid up because I have a duty. But even though they'll say, if they didn't want it, that kid is still gonna go through hell. They may still feel the urge to say, I have a duty to do this, but you already know what they're about. They should not have a kid.
But let me ask you this though. Now I could be throwing this way in left field, right? But what if that kid is the blessing though? What if that kid is the blessing to help change the world? So now you're taking matters into your own hands to unalive this kid that you didn't even give an opportunity.
I'll be vulnerable real quick. When I was in college, I was with this girl, and then we broke up, and then she still wanted to be with me. We was dealing with each other, but at the same time, she was dealing with somebody else, right? She ended up getting pregnant, and she wanted to get this abortion, because she wanted to see a future with me. I was saying like, this ain't mine, so it's over with. So her and the guy agreed to the abortion, but I convinced her not to get it. I said, don't. I know what we got going on, and this, that, and the third. We had plans or whatever, but at the same time, I don't think you should do that. And we had a discussion. She ended up not doing it, right? And that kid probably, I want to say maybe about 16 now. And when later on, when I had later on, like 4 or 5 years later, I was seeing how many posts that she did of saying like, this is my everything. I'll die for this little girl. Everything. She just seemed so happy that she had the kid. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's what Courtney is alluding to. It's like, maybe you don't want it right then and there, but you just don't know after they are here how you will feel. Because I see this all the time. I see a lot of women saying they don't want a kid. They was going to do it, but they didn't do it for whatever reason. And then when the kid is actually here, it changes their perspective about things.
But you're giving a different reason. You're giving a reason because she wanted to be with someone. She didn't give a reason, like a reason that the gender that is wild, or the reason that I hate your father, or the reason that like you still gotta break it down a lot deeper. Like, yeah, if a girl's saying, yo, I want to be with you, I'm okay with doing this. I think it's just her emotions going. She's not saying I'm gonna hate this kid. She's saying I want to be with you. I don't think that sort of situation would be the same as that she's gonna hate that kid. So like, there's certain things that you can pinpoint, look at to say this person should not have a fucking kid. Like like those ones you're talking about, like cold feet and shit like that. Like I think everyone goes through that if they're not actually married. So I don't think that's an issue. I don't think that's like a thing.
Well, can't that also reign the same? That can't that also be the same situation in regards to what you
really test that though? Would you really test that? If a chick was like,
whether you test it or not, yeah, whether you test it or not, I mean, it can still the emotions are reigning because how many people we know say the same thing, especially when it comes to women in general. They say one thing but do another.
Bro, it's different, man. Like if I'm saying certain words that I don't want or certain things that I don't want, I don't think that's just something you change. I don't think people that's gonna be like a difference. Like I understand like we want to live in this world of what to say, like, yeah, you know what, dude, like it could change. We gotta pay attention a little bit more and not put it all in the same umbrella. Like I say, like if someone's saying that, yo, like this is a specific thing I don't fucking want, like no, like you're not.
Yeah, that could be the same
mind.
Can't that be the same situation? Like, no, I don't want this child because this is the father. In comparison to, oh, I don't want this child because it's a boy or a girl. Like, I actually think it could be even worse if that's not the father you see ideally for your child. Do you know what I'm saying?
I'm with you. Well, the reason that she gives you, it really doesn't matter. Like the reason she gives you, like I said, what he was saying was that he was saying that the girl wanted to be with him, and that's the reason she didn't want to have a kid. It had nothing to do with that. She wanted to be with him, and most people want to be with a girl who's gonna have their kid. So I don't think that's the same situation as someone saying, "I fucking hate this dude, and I don't want his kid." That is a little bit different.
That is what she was saying, because the guy she got pregnant with, she was saying, I don't want this child with him. I want to be with you.
She was saying that she wanted to be with
based on gender. Oh, you talking about me?
You.
Yeah.
She was saying she wanted to be with you.
Oh no, it wasn't about she wanted a kid by me. It was more of that she understood that there wouldn't be a future if that baby was here.
Yeah.
And it's by another guy.
That's different.
I mean, it kind of still stands, no?
No, it's not the same though. It's not saying I hate.
It's not the same. It would have been different if she was like, she seen a future with me, but we wasn't even talking about having a kid or nothing like that. We were just still young. I think I probably was like 21, 22 or something like that. So we both of us wasn't really thinking about kids. It's one of those things where she, after we broke up, we were still talking, but she was just still dealing with somebody. So that's fair. We broke up, but she's still, doing what she's doing. So she got pregnant by the guy. It wasn't a situation where I want to be pregnant by you. It wasn't no either or. I'd rather be pregnant by you versus the guy that I'm with. And the dude probably wasn't a bad guy. She just knew she wanted to be with me.
And he wasn't gonna.
She opted into a sexual act that causes reproductive in a way that you could get pregnant, and there was some, I don't know, I guess it was like maybe like a regret, but we was young, and she did what she did.
Yeah, still in that moment, I feel like she was thinking like, if she's going to you saying, I want to not go through with this pregnancy because I want to be with you. That's more or less her saying, no.
But it's still a difference. That's a difference in me saying the reason I don't want this kid because I hate this person. No, she was saying that I'm okay with doing this because I want to be with you, and I know you won't allow this. I know this is something that you don't look at as being your future as us being together, and you're raising somebody else's kid. Because you still have a chance at that point. I don't think that's. It wasn't on the topic of the conversation. It's based off gender. I guess that's what.
So let me ask the question though. So regardless of that, the two things can be true at the same time, right? So just as you're saying that there are women, there are women who would say, I don't want this kid because of the gender or because of this guy, whatever the case may be. That can also still be the case where they still end up going through with it and they end up loving the child. Am I wrong on that?
No, you're not wrong at all.
You're not wrong. That could happen. But
that's my point. So that's my point in the statement that I made initially, is saying Well, regardless of the situation, yeah, they may say it right now, but they may be in their emotions. They may feel some type of way, but once they have this kid, it changes. So it still stands.
Hey, I hear more women that said they wanted to get the abortion. I gotta say it like that so we don't get deemed.
Right.
They was about that at first, but then I hear more women after the child is here, no matter what the situation is, that they are more grateful that they didn't go through it. I hear more women saying that than when the child was here. They were like, you know what? I regret making that decision.
I think we need to stop preaching that shit, man. Like, honestly, I'm gonna take it a little bit personal because I went through a little shit like that, so I'm gonna take it a little bit personal. I don't think we need to sell that dream. I don't think we need to sell that. That's how things are, because typically it don't go that way.
He just said it did.
I mean, like I'm saying, for the majority, it doesn't go that way. That's almost saying like, it's almost saying just say that any situation you take in life, that could be a good end into it, but for the majority of these situations, it's gonna be a bad outcome. Like for the majority, it's gonna be a bad outcome.
No, I was saying that
in some situations it's gonna work out good, 100%. But majority, it's gonna be a bad outcome.
No, Marcus, I was saying that. I was saying for me personally, I hear online, in real life and everything, I hear more women that said they was going to go through with it, but they didn't. I hear more women that didn't go through it that said they was happy that they didn't do it. That didn't go through it, and then when the kids is here, say they regret that the kid is here.
I mean, how many people are going to say that?
Huh?
You're saying they said they regret that the kid is here?
Yeah, the kid is here. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, I thought you. My bad. I thought you went the other way.
No. I hear more people after they have the kid, even though they was going to go through the process. I ain't even gonna say abortion. I'm gonna say the process, right? They was gonna go through the process. I hear more women that was gonna go through the process and then had a kid, and they are happy that they didn't go through the process. And then the women that actually thought about going through the process, but they didn't do it, and then they regretted it and said, "I wish this never happened." I do hear women that do that, but it's way less than the ones that said they glad they didn't go through the process.
So you're saying there's more women that say that they're glad they didn't go through the process?
Yeah, they're glad they didn't go through the process.
Those are most people who are going to vocalize that. Yeah, I would agree with you.
I mean,
most people aren't going to say, "Yeah, I'm fucking sick that I had this goddamn kid." Who says that? Like, can we be realistic?
There's things such as mother's guilt, right? So
yeah, they want to kill them, but they're not saying they tell people.
Yeah, no, I mean, like, mothers are, even if they're feeling that kind of way, right? Like, maybe this wasn't perhaps, the best decision, whatever. But a lot of them are not going to vocalize that.
Exactly. Like let's be logical here. Women don't want to look like they don't want to look bad. So obviously they're gonna say that, yo, like, this is something I didn't want. They're not gonna say that. Obviously, the ones who are like, this is gonna make me look good are gonna vocalize that. But we still got to throw some logic into it. So
you got to stop saying that logic, because we're all coming from a different standpoint. But in the logical aspect of what we're talking about is, you said majority. I disagree with that, because I disagree with the whole aspect. Now, do I believe that there are some women who hate their kids? Absolutely. I do believe that they wish they went through the process. Correct. I can concede to that. However, but to say that that's not reality, that women who wanted to go through the process, but then once they have their kid and they say that they love their kid and they glad that they didn't go through the process, that's also true.
So we got to listen to the whole thing. There's certain words that you say, like Mac's situation. I wouldn't even count that as that she didn't want the kid. She said this because I think that's cold feet. That's cold feet. I think majority of people say shit like that. Yo, like, I don't know if I'm ready. I don't know. Maybe we should get rid of it. I don't know. Like, I think the majority of people do that. I'm saying key words that people say that don't tell you that this motherfucker should not have a kid. That's what I'm trying to say. This, like, key words. It'd be like all these other people who are running out being like shit, man. It could be whatever. It could be these people who are working the cops and shit, these women who are going fucking nuts. And this person would not be a good person to raise someone.
Okay.
So that, right. Like, that person like that was like, yo, like, I don't want to have it. Like, You should not. You shouldn't do it.
Okay, so would you say the person that you're speaking of specifically, would you say that's the majority of women, or would you say that's a minority of women?
I'm saying the majority of women who say they don't want the kid.
No, what I'm saying is the women. No, the point that I'm saying, because you made it very specific in regards to that specific type of woman that, and we know, and I can agree with you. You and I both, we probably can point them out at the same time. Like, yeah, she don't need to be having kids. We can point them out, but do you believe that those type of women that we can point out are the minority or the majority?
I'm gonna say a lot of these fucked up women want to have kids, so they wouldn't even say they don't want to have kids. So the people who have kids, I don't know if it's a minority. I'm gonna say the people who want to have kids, the minority have kids, and they're gonna raise them the way they're gonna raise them in a loving family. I would say the majority of people, the majority of women who have kids are going to raise their kids in a loving family, or they're gonna love them. That's the majority.
So you say majority will actually have the kid and love the kid?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, well, that's what I was saying. The majority.
Are you missing the ones that said they don't fucking want them? I don't
know you're missing it. I'm in agreement with you, bro. I'm saying the ones that we can point out and say, yeah, they don't need to have kids. I'm in agreement with you. They don't need to have kids. But what we're saying is, in regards to the ones who are actually going to be loving mothers, right? Yeah. In some cases, they are in their emotions. They think about the process, but they never go through with it. And they say, well, listen, I'm glad I didn't go through that process because I can't see my life without my kid now.
I agree with you. If you're talking about like cold feet and shit, like if we don't add that in, yes, 100%. There's like I said, I would say majority, if they're not married and that shit comes up, I'm gonna say majority of people gonna think about that and say, maybe I should do this. I'm gonna say majority.
Yeah.
What I'm trying to say is the ones who say specific shit, and other people are still saying, no, you should have your kid. Like the ones, like some of the ones who unalive their kids. That one lady, I don't remember the case. She said she told everybody that she did not want her kids, and everyone's like, no, you should have you should do that. It's gonna change. It's gonna be this. It's gonna be postpartum. Blah 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 blah. Like she showed the real signs of a person who did not want these motherfuckers. And what I'm trying to say is, those people need to not push it away and say it's gonna change. Shit's gonna happen. You need to take the motherfucker serious and not say,
I agree with that.
That's it.
I agree with your point, but I don't think the fact of telling the part of where you're saying that don't tell people not to do it. I don't think people should say. I don't think people should not say it, because there are people who want to have kids, because there is a bright side to having children. But the ones that you talk about specifically, I'm in 100% agreement with you. Like, yeah, shorty, you don't need to be having no kids. You need
That's
leave them alone.
Yeah, if someone's having cold feet, of course I'm saying, yo, it's going to. That'd be like someone trying to change a job. Say, hey, I don't think I should do it because I'm used to being here and I think I'm comfortable. No, you're gonna coach him out. Like, no, this would be a good thing for you. Like I said, we got to read the room. We got to say, we can't be like just. But I think a lot of people, what I hear, it don't matter what it is. It don't matter. It is like, no, you shouldn't do that. It don't matter what the fuck she said. Doesn't matter. It's cold feet, and that's what it is. That's what I'm saying. Like, we should like be able to say, hey, you know what? Certain things this person is saying, or maybe this person's lifestyle, maybe this ain't gonna be a good fucking. Maybe I shouldn't tell this person they should do this. They should be like, yeah, go ahead, get rid of it. There you go.
Go ahead, Jessica. I know you wanted to say something.
No, yeah, I agree in the sense if someone's not prepared and they're against, I think it has to be the person's decision ultimately, and I don't think it's beneficial to try to convince people as well. I agree with that. I'm
gonna have a disagreement on that one too once you get done, but I'm gonna let you finish.
Wait, you disagree with your own point?
But see, this is the thing. It can't be at all. Like, if you know someone's doing something just because. See, this is what I'm talking about. Like, a lot of people, it's an all thing. You have to be able to read the room. Like I'm saying, if someone has cold feet and like, I don't know if I want to do this, but you know this person's just scared of a certain kind of thing. You know this person, you never know them. This person's a good person. You know, like, what it is. You can't be like,
how are we going to determine that? If someone gets pregnant, and how are you determining that they're the person that should go through with it or not?
Because people should be able to tell character.
How? Like, what do you mean?
Like character, you should be able to tell like someone's character, like exactly like if what their problems and what the reasons they're talking about. You should be able to decipher that. Like I said, for a situation, like two situations. So if one situation is I hate this motherfucker's father, and I can't stand to look at his face, I would say a person doesn't need to have a kid. If a person says I'm scared, you know what? There's so much other shit I need to do in life. I don't know if a kid's gonna be well. I don't know if if I'm gonna be able to take care of him. I don't know if I'm able to do this. I think that person needs a totally different like perspective in talking to, and maybe like, you know what? There's a lot of different ways that this still could work out. I'm saying there's different way people present things are different. So I wouldn't say because I wouldn't want to say just because someone said something and it could be beneficial for them, just tell them just because you think this, then you should just go ahead and do it. I definitely 100% don't believe that, because a lot of people talk themselves out of doing something that could be great for them. Sure. So I don't think that, like, not at all. I think you should be against that. A lot of times, like for instance, like a lot of women who think, you know what, that they want to leave their husband for certain things, or maybe vice versa, a man who wants to leave his girl.
That's what I'm thinking about. You're saying if she really strongly dislikes the father, you're saying, well, then she should get rid of it. But I mean, we know, right? Like even if relationships, break off, whatever, you might have a strong dislike for that person. But things sometimes resolve. You come to terms with things. You move forward. So who's to say that's not going to happen? And this child, they might have a wonderful experience.
They possibly could, but it just depends on her disdain about this dude. If she says I can't stand and look at his fucking face, or it was a situation to where the only reason I did this, it wasn't because of love, it was because he had money and I hate this motherfucker. Like there's certain things you gotta listen to and determine that. If someone's just mad, maybe he cheated on you, but she loved this dude at one point, then it might be different. Like that might change. But if it's a dude like that she fucking literally did not like and thought she didn't get a benefit from it, and end up getting pregnant, and then that benefit didn't happen, she really didn't like him, I would say she should not have that kid.
I don't know if I don't think I could agree with that.
I mean,
or get adopted, or put the baby up for adoption.
If
get the child a chance at life, at least.
If she would actually go through that, I would say, yeah, that definitely should be an option.
Yeah, give them a chance. Yeah, give them a chance at life, at least, because that's my entire point. Like, although I do agree with the fact of some individuals we can look at and we can decipher, but I'm gonna point out real quick that a lot of people aren't great betters in people's character and how they are. So people suck at that. Some people have very, 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 very tainted social skills, and they don't have social cues to be able to point out somebody's character, right? But in that aspect, when you talk about some of these individuals that shouldn't have kids and they end up do because they're degenerates, they still gonna go out there and bust it open for a real one. And so when they do, it's like, all right, listen, you got to put this baby up for adoption. At least give it an opportunity now, because you got the baby. Ain't no reason to abort it.
I agree with that. If they would actually go through it, yeah, 100%. But like again, like a lot of people feel that that kind of burden that they need, since they went through the whole process, that they gotta go through it all the way. And if anything, yeah, talk them out of that. I would say that'd be probably the best thing.
I don't know if they wanted to come in.
No, you go ahead, Jess. You good?
Yeah, I just think this is such a tricky space. Because ultimately it's, the woman's decision. However, I guess when you zoom out and you look at it on a different level, yeah, you don't know what the outcome's going to be. So in the event, I see it that things happen for a reason. And you're saying, don't say like it'll all work out, but who's to say that it won't?
You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. But I'm just gonna pick of what I gather from the conversation and have to give my opinion on it. Like I said, if it's a situation to where, just say like, if some person that's showing like signs of depression or whatever, and ends up showing signs that like a mass shooter would show, and you're like, nah, you know what? They're gonna grow out of that shit. It's gonna be what it is. They'll be fine. And I think that's what happens a lot, and you don't address it, and that's what happens. But it could be the same kid who's going through just hates school. But then you're like, yo, you talk to them and you realize why they hate school. And it could be, hey, you know what? Like, I'm not understanding these problems. People read fast. I can't, blah, blah. Then you get them the help they need. And guess what? They love school. They're fine. But then, like I said, it's just different. You have to be able to talk to them and figure it out. And then make your decision on what's going to be the best. Like I said, be two same situations, almost. Two people hate school. And then you got to pick up on those keywords to where they need to go.
Yeah, but then even that goes back to the main point, right? Like they're saying, should you be able to terminate it based off of based off of the gender, right, of the child?
Yeah. Oh, hell no. That's crazy.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Well, first you said yeah. No.
Okay. You gotta follow me. That is crazy. But the person who has that kid thinks that, they should get rid of it because they're thinking crazy. That to me literally is insane. But the person who has this kid is thinking this, and this person says, "I don't want this kid. I'm not gonna make him have it." But me personally, I think that's crazy as fuck. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like I'm looking for the outcome of the kid. I don't give a fuck about the person.
Right.
I'm looking at the outcome of what's going to happen with that kid.
I hear you.
That's what I'm looking at. The end product.
Yeah, I certainly don't think that should even be an option for people to say, "Oh, I don't want it because it's going to be a male or a female." Like,
but is
that a thing?
Like, but if they want that option, how do you think that kid's going to grow up? If they, that's truly how they feel. That's what they want. And you say, you know what? You can't do that. You got to go through this, and you got to take what you got. Tell me, how do you think that kid is going to grow up?
I don't know, Marcus. I don't know now because now I look at it, and I can be off. Now, correct me if I'm wrong on this, but there are situations where some men and women alike. Some men, they want a boy, but they get all girls, and then there are some girls who want girls, but they get all boys, but they still love them kids. Like,
but the option wasn't to kill them. Like that's not
fair.
Okay,
I just want to be clear. All right, I got you.
No, yeah. Yo, I think most dudes want boys. But when you have a girl, you're like, man, kill that motherfucker. No, that's not what's gonna happen.
I got you.
You're in a different mindset at that point. Then you shouldn't have it.
Yeah, but that's why it shouldn't be a thing, right?
But I guess we're talking about it is a thing. Like these people will go through it. It's not just talking. Like they would, if they can go through it, they will. So that's what we're saying. I'm pretty sure that's the conversation, right?
Yeah.
That they would do it. So if they would do it, I think they should be able to, but they should not be able to have any kids.
Well, yeah, because the main part is they're saying that of course it's the woman's choice. It's her body, her choice. Yeah. That's basically the crux of the conversation. I was like, well, if she didn't want a boy, is she? Should she get rid of the kid? And it was like, well, it's her body, her choice.
If for that reason, she shouldn't have no kids. Like for that reason, she should have no kids at all.
But, that could be the situation we're in, right?
That'd be crazy. Even with that girl, if they didn't want a boy, she want a girl. That girl's gonna grow up fucked up. And guess what? Which is another side. That mother probably will love the shit out of this girl, but she's still gonna grow up fucked up.
Mm.
You know what I mean? So like, yeah, it's a lot deeper than like, yeah, it's crazy. No, hell no.
Raw, I know you got anything on this? Did you see the video?
Can't
you still mute, bro. You still mute.
How about now?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Say less. All right, now I was saying y'all drawing some strong points and whatnot. I know I brought this up a show or two ago where, at least from a feminism standpoint, there are women that they absolutely have a strong disdain for men to the extent that they would not have a boy. And that's literally the only grounds of means of termination is if they have a boy, they'll terminate. So, things like that do exist. And as far as whether right or wrong, I'm kind of on the fence because I'm kind of with Marcus. Like, if you gonna bring something here that you don't want, for lack of better expression, you might as well just throw it away sooner than later. Because at the same time, when it comes to the whole rainbow community, they can't reproduce unless they indoctrinate. So you got people like, oh, I wanted a girl, but I'm having a boy, and they keep the boy, but then, oh, my son is a fairy. Like, hold on, chill out. Like, that's a whole man. He ain't doing push-ups. Like, why you got how did he become the winner of a beauty pageant? Like, what are we doing? So, like, there's still crazier scenarios. And I mean, Jessica's driving a strong point too. Like, I see where she's coming from, and honestly, coming from a woman's side, I could see where they have more care and stuff for life altogether. So she's just absolutely like, we shouldn't have to waste away. But honestly, if that's how the people are, they should let them get rid of it. And if that's where their mental health is at, I'm at the point to where if you take the baby, take the womb with it.
I'm with you. That's what it should be.
Like, if that is the only means, if that's the only grounds that you stand on for termination, then after this one's gone, like, I believe they should give you some leeway too. Like, okay, is this what you want to do? Boom, you got 45 days or something to think about it. And you can send them to counseling, therapy, and all that other stuff. And if at the end of 45 days they really want to go through with it, boom, we're gonna go through with it. But now you're sterilized.
I'm with that.
Because
I think that'd be good.
I don't understand why you get to throw away one now, then you come pump faking later on in life. Like,
that's tricky too. Because you figure if, let's say it's a young woman who's 19 and she's, not in a place, whatnot, and she wants to go through with this. However, what you're saying then when she gets to be, 32, you're going to tell her, no, now you're unable to?
Yes, because let me preface this by saying I'm only speaking for fully consensual situations.
Right.
The situations where a woman has been overpowered and her body has been taken from her, and
we don't even have to factor that in.
Well, no, I'm saying that's a whole different scenario. Like, if they were overpowered and it was taken or whatever, I believe those should be on the house. If you don't feel like carrying it, whatever, then yeah,
on the house is wild.
But if you consented to these actions, but now because your luck of the draw didn't meet what your imagination was, that's the only reason why, then at this point you should be sterilized, because you already know it's a 50-50 chance. You're either going to have one or the other. You should love them regardless. I don't think that it being the opposite of what you were dreaming for means enough for you to be like, you know what? Yeah, no, I'm going to throw this one away and try again.
I mean, so much happens between your young adulthood in comparison to as you grow up. Like, I don't think that's entirely fair.
So,
let's say this. And there should be abstinence. So why don't we lean on abstinence as hard as we should? Why do all these casual hookups? Why has that become so mainstream to where we act as if there wasn't the option of not being in a situation at all that would create a child?
No, I'm with you on that.
Well, let's say this. The kid, just like you said, he a kid, he in high school, he got a woman pregnant. He said, I'm not ready for this, but she want to bring the baby to term.
Mm-hmm.
He should be like, well, I'm hands off. I'm not ready for this. It's your body, your choice. You deal with what you want to do with. You deal with it. I'm going to go over here. You do whatever you want to do. But then when I'm actually ready to have a family and everything, when I get like a little older and everything, everything's good. Do you agree with that?
I think
do.
you should
Hold on, Marcus. Hold on, Marcus.
I do think it should be both of their decision, right? They partook in that activity together, that it should be both of their decision moving forward.
But at the same time, if a woman want to get rid of the child, it's not both of their decision. It's based off her.
Well, yeah, the way I see it, it should be both of their decision.
It should, but
it
we
still
talking
stands.
About, we talking about what is. It's her decision.
Right. So it's not ever. It's never going to matter what he.
So no. Hold on. But if we want to live in a society that everything is equal, right? A man that's 20, a kid that's 16 that's having a kid, he should be able to say, hey, I'm not ready for this. I'm over here with it. You can do whatever you want to do with it. And that should be the case. And then when he gets older, he has another child. Based off your logic, what you said before, in response to Raw, right? He should be able to get a second chance and actually have a kid, and he treat that kid like his kid and the one and only and everything, because that will be the same situation with a woman. She gets she goes through the process, but then when she's actually ready to have a kid, she treats that like her one and only and everything in that nature.
No.
No, I mean, I'm saying if we looking at a situation from an equal standpoint, that you saying no because the feeling, it sounds bad, but that should be it.
No, it's because it's the reality of it. Like that's not your one and only. You had another child. Like
right, the woman got rid of the kid, and now this is her one and only currently.
Oh, but so what are you saying? So if in the event he just didn't. Yeah, no, it's not how it works.
So what all right, let me drill it down. Right now, we're talking about the situation where a woman can have the choice to have a kid or not based off the gender. If we go through the minutia of everything that we talked about, if the woman can do that, the man should be able to do the same, correct? Should. I'm saying we in the should based reality right now. It should be that, right?
Should, yes.
Right. So
go through that process, it should be both parties.
So based off what Raw was saying, if we give credence to the woman that she's not ready to have the kid, and he's saying let's propose that if you don't want to have that kid, everything should be stripped away from you. If it wasn't a medical issue, or if it wasn't rape or anything of that nature, you just on a selfish situation, you just don't want to have it. I'm saying the man should have the same thing. If it's a selfish thing, I just don't want to have it. But look, check it. If that is the case, you said that just because she wasn't ready this time, she shouldn't have that. She should be able to have that second chance to actually have the kid and go through everything as everything is just regular. I'm saying because we built different, we don't carry the kid and everything. So the guy should strip his rights away if he don't want to have the kid. But then when he's ready, he should have that second chance, just like you said, if we looking at everything from an equal perspective.
No.
Yeah, the feelings.
So this actually would go to more so realistically, how it's pushed that it's women, right, who have I've heard this, that control access or whatever. I would say it's equally as important, right, to be mindful of what you're doing there, even as far as a man, because you don't have that decision. Right, like she's gonna have it.
Right. But what I'm saying is she's gonna have that decision. He should be able to get his second chance later if he don't want to take care of that kid because he made a human error. Let's say that. It's
not a human error. It's a blessing.
No, I'm putting in the perspective of when women actually get it. They said that they wasn't ready. It was a mistake. This is the language that they say. in general, I understand you separate yourself from
Right.
how you feel about it. In general, this is what the women say. It was a mistake, baby. It was a mistake. I wasn't trying to have it. It was a mistake. For some reason, she fell on it, and she was on it long enough for him to do reproductive actions that's normal to human beings. But for some reason, it was a mistake, right? So if that's the case, let's flip it to the other side. It was a mistake on his part too. So he should be able.
No.
He should be able to say, I don't want anything to do with this kid. And once I am ready to have a kid, that's what I'm going to do. And I am going to be unresponsible. And I'm going to do this multiple times because data statistics show that when women have when they go through the process, more than likely it's not the first.
I've heard that also.
Right. So that's the statistically true. So I get to be a man that's what's the word? I don't have any discipline. I get to go out here and do raw sex, right? But at the same time, I'm getting multiple women pregnant, but I don't want anything to do with these kids. It's the same thing on the women. The women, they get pregnant by multiple guys, they get the plan B.
Men are cool with the plan B. You understand that? Men are cool with the plan B. We have our plan B, our backup plan.
But
if you get pregnant, I'll buy you the pill. Take it. It's usually women who are like, I don't know. And then y'all end up like trapping the dude, like, which I think is really fucked up, because if it was like a different situation to where I would say a kid is the most important thing, like not important thing, but like just if there was a consequence of doing something, I think a kid is really up there in importance, right? Wouldn't y'all agree?
Yep. I agree.
So if a kid is way up here in importance, and I know that at the end of the day how shit works, I'm going to be one stuck with it. I would have so many plan Bs set up if I'm going to actually do this situation. So like just say if a girl came to me and say she was smoking hot and she said, man, I might have AIDS. I don't know. I might. But you can take a chance if you want. It might happen, it might not. I have to take a choice of like, yo, I could be stuck with this shit for the rest of my life, or I need to do something about that because I don't want to be stuck with this shit. I don't think women, for some reason, y'all don't look at it that way. And I know why you don't, because you get so much support. The system is so set up to where you fuck up, you still get like cushion for fucking up, and you literally can be okay with it. Huh?
I think it's that men a lot of times will, give women this idea that they're going to stick in it. They tell her to have the child, and she thinks that she could trust it and have that. She's going to have that support. Or that
could happen.
Or
I mean,
hold on, Marcus. Let me do this. I'm gonna be short. I'm gonna throw a variable in there. Maybe, just maybe, he wants to be around, but the parenting style is different, which create the division.
That's usually it. It's usually the money. Like if you ask most dudes, even if it doesn't work out between you two, he was okay with taking his responsibility of that kid, as long as you're not taking him to court, taking the money, then expecting him still to pay extra money. That's a lot of money going down. Well, if you got a 50-50, I guarantee most dudes would be like, all right, it didn't work out. I'll still hold my responsibility and do what I do. But the thing is, you can't control how I do my shit. And I think that is the biggest problem. Women, you can't, like, you have to let me do what I'm doing. You do what you do. I'm not going to worry about it. That's fine. I think that is the problem right there, because you guys got so much control to say, I don't like how he does it. I want his money so I can dictate how shit works.
Wait.
And that's why most dudes are just like, I don't want to be in this shit.
You're on mute, Courtney.
No, I said we're going to let Jessica get her thoughts off, and then she'll close out, and then we'll go to the next topic.
Wait. So you're saying that you think that women just are like, oh, I want the money and I'm going to control how you are as a father? That's what you're saying?
See, no, you can't look at it that way. It's like I made this mistake. because when you make a mistake, if that mistake you made, just say, or it may not be a mistake, whatever it is. If I'm getting supported for that, then it's like, okay, and I have all control over it. It's not really like a mistake. If I can cut you out and I just get your money, then like women aren't looking at like this is a money grab. They're like, hey, I got a kid. I love this kid. I love my kid. But guess what I get to do? I get to get a second job without actually working one. And then guess what? I get to raise this kid the way I want to. That second job is that dude paying for, his portion that he has no say so in anything.
Well, I think a lot of times the woman wants him still involved in the child's life.
Okay, so I know what you're saying. I want to, but it has to be my way. Cool. All right. Yeah, I want him to be there, but it got to be my way. You leave out that part. It's got to be my fucking way.
Well, if a lot of times the child is spending more time with the mother, right?
Because it's her choice.
So yeah, there should be co-parenting there, and there should be a level of respect as far as if the child's with me, let's say, right, and they go to bed every night by 8 o'clock, let's say. So then when the child's going with you to keep the schedule going, properly, I would say, it's best for you to have the child go to bed at 8 o'clock.
And I say, no, he's good at 10. He's fine.
But do you see now how you're messing it all up?
I'm not messing because you acting like that's a problem. With a kid, their kids are durable. Kids aren't that finicky. They can adapt to a lot of stuff. Like that's a problem because you think your method of doing it works.
Well,
but it could be, hey, you might be helping this kid out. You might, you're like, hey, these are different things you got to go through in life. Hey, you might not be. This is what you're used to, but you might have to adapt to do this. Guess what? You might have a better kid. You know what? So
this would be a problem because
because you think your way is the best way.
Like there's a lot of evidence to support that a child during development, they should have a schedule. It's beneficial. It's conducive for them. Like if we had a child, we would be screwed.
But why is your way the best one? They can get the same.
Well, it's not just my way. I've done my research as a mother. What are you talking about?
But they can get the same amount. They can get the same amount of sleep. They go to bed at your house at 8 o'clock, and they wake up at just say 6, 7 in the morning. They go to bed at my house at 10 and wake up at 9 or 10 or whatever it is. They're still going to sleep. They're still going to sleep. Like I said, kids are doable. Kids are not this finicky where y'all make them. You understand? Like they can handle a lot of shit.
Hey, Jessica, let me give you a different point of view. The kids over your house, right?
Sure.
Let's say you got 2 boys. Both of the boys over your house. It operates a certain way, right? That's way more understanding, more like what you got going on. The kids come over my house, right? As a man, I'm supposed to raise my boys to be men, right? The men that y'all say that y'all want, that's not sassy and everything in that nature, right? There's a different level of understanding of men, what we have to put our boys through. It's like controlled environments. Like it may be chaos, but it's like controlled. So we building those building blocks within our young boys to be able to endure, right? It's something that a lot of women probably don't actually ever see or understand, right? You know how much work that it takes to when the kids come over to me and I'm sitting here seeing all this stuff that they're not used to because they're getting babyfied over there. Right? And then when they come to me and I'm supposed to be the person that's supposed to do the building blocks to make this man a man, right? It's very, very dumbed down. And I got like 2 days to do it. And then if you multiply that by 4, 2, 4, 6, 8, I have 8 days out the month. You got the rest.
Right. And that's
So hold on. Just like what you were saying, just like what you were saying with the situation where you wasn't agreeing with what Marcus was saying. That's exactly what we deal with on the other side.
But the thing is, we would let her raise him exactly the way she wants to. We wouldn't even get into it unless it was something that was like crazy important. But the way you do it, fine. But when he comes over, he has to do it the way that it has to be here.
But if it was a nuclear family, if I was there, I will be in a position to actually educate you on my methods, but that's not the case. So right now, because we're in two separate households, you feel as though your situation is better.
But why are we not co-parenting? Why are you not as a man?
No. You can be co-parenting, right? But where's the male influence in your house? If I'm single and you're single and we're taking care of the kids, where's the male influence in the house when the kids are there and you there?
Right. Ideally, we're together still, right?
No, y'all separate.
Right. I said ideally. With that situation, yeah, again, the main focus would be the child and the child's success. So we would have to, yes, as adults, discuss this, and you talk to me about what your manly life or whatever, and the best way or things that you think would be conducive is to implement with the child, I suppose. And we would have to collaborate in a sense, I suppose.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's very sensible, and I think you're a very sensible person. But I think the situation in current society and everything, it doesn't work like that because the women know best. So what tends to happen is when we actually have the conversation, if I'm sitting here and saying, hey, do not cut this boy hair at a certain age because the lineup gonna be back. Just because the baby hair is there doesn't mean you can line it up. It needs to grow a little bit more, right? So they can keep their hairline, because if they're a baby, a lot of women don't know that. Just like on the other side, women, if it's some girls, there's some things that we don't know. But what tends to happen is there's communication breakdown because women know best. So if the kid brought over my house, the boy is good enough to have his haircut, I'm going to, as a man, I'm going to get his haircut. When I bring it back to your house, it's no situation where, well, he's a good man, he know what he's doing. If the boy needed a damn haircut, the boy needed a damn haircut. That's not the case. It's, why did you give him a haircut? Because at your house, you was used to having long hair.
Well, that would be the thing, though, right? Like let's say it's their first haircut. Why is that not something you would discuss with the mother? This is what I mean. Like, I hear what you're saying, but a lot of times men they could not be considerate or think of perhaps,
I think it's the other way around. I think if we even do communicate to you guys, and that's what we were talking about before with the communication, you guys, I think a lot of women want to raise the kid like how they want it, and then they don't want to let the guy have the influence. So it's one of those things where when I have my time, if you want to be like that, when I have my time, I have my time.
No, I disagree. Again, I said that from the beginning. I think a lot of women would actually prefer the father be involved.
The way
I think, yeah, perhaps maybe from the jump, it might be emotional, emotions get involved. But ultimately, I really do think that women would prefer the father.
I agree with you. But it's the way you want it. Like, you're missing the biggest part. Like, I want to be a millionaire, but I want to do it the way I want to do it. I'm not listening to nobody else who are millionaires, but I'm saying I truly feel I want to be a fucking millionaire. But I'm not listening to people who are actually millionaires. I think I know what I'm talking about.
Court, I think this might be
the same shit. Yes, you're preaching that point that women actually want it, and I agree with you. They do want it, but they want it their way. It has to be, because it has to co-align, to be right aligned to what they think.
And
you gotta understand that just relationships, period, don't run that way.
Yeah, but in the event, right, let's say the father, which we see a lot of times, the father has not been involved or present for quite some time, then yes, the mother has been working with that child, the child's been in her care more. So yeah, she may feel, that she has more of a say, perhaps. Do you know what I'm saying?
But should she though? She shouldn't.
I think a lot of guys, they are involved. I think it's the whole premise of this conversation. It's not going the way, it don't look like the way you would want it. So a lot of women try to keep their kids away. We see more of that than a guy just leaving and just not taking care of his kids. Data statistics don't even support that, and it's based off women responses. It's based off women variables. So majority of men are taking care of their kids, even though they're not in the same house. What tends to happen in the breakdown is it's just like a lot of women, y'all don't want y'all kids to be raised in the way that the man is raising the kids. So what tends to happen is what we see on a day-to-day basis. We have this thing that men need to fight to have custody of their kids. And if you don't fight hard enough, there's something wrong with you, not the woman that's keeping the kids away from the man.
Why do you think women wouldn't want to raise the child? Like you're saying the women don't want it. Why wouldn't they want it? Why wouldn't they want him to have a say in the child's development?
Because of the conversation that we have. They have two different ways of how they want to raise the kids.
It goes against how you feel.
So men, we look at things, we look more as a disciplinarian, and it's not like we just trying to make the children life hell. It's just a situation where you have choices and then you have consequences, and sometimes we're not going to coddle you. You're going to have some life lessons that come with this, and you're going to understand your whatever you just did, whether you knew about it or not. If you knew it was right or wrong, we just put it on notice that was wrong, and there's consequences. So then that's the development stage of that. Now you're going to be more cognizant going forward. Maybe I should not do this. Maybe I should not do that, because you got your dad voice in your head. Think before you make an action.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I hear you.
Think, right? What tends to happen is, especially in like what's going on right now, they trying to remove that dad voice from it. So now when we have custody battles, when we in court and we trying to have custody battles and everything, what tends to happen is a lot of women want to raise their kid a certain way. They think the way the man is raising the kid is too harsh. So now we are where we at in society right now, that you got a lot of soft men these days. Testosterone levels are very, very, very low. The men are being silenced in the way they trying to raise their kids, because it's the patriarchy. It's just horrible how man is raising their kids, and don't put this manly, overbearing, barbaric kind of like things in their head. But at the same time, it's like this stuff that we want, this ism that we want to give is necessary. But women don't understand it, and that's okay. That's the reason why it's a yin and yang situation.
No, I think that if women were in a place where they trusted this man, which is ideally what you have before you lie down with someone, I think that they would be more on board. I think where we've gotten 100%. Lost is this whole, where you're saying about the patriarchy, right? And looking at if a man is behaving like that, like this controlling, dominant, like how you're explaining it, that's not healthy, realistically.
Well, you're running the situation.
That's
subjective.
You're what?
You're running the situation. So it'd be like this. I have to deal with my girl the way she does. She don't do everything the way I like it, and I have to deal with it, which I'm okay with it. She doesn't have to do everything like the way I do. You guys are different. You guys are like, he got to do everything the way I want him to do it. Like, he got to do everything the way I do it. Then I can determine this is the way to do it. Like, I think it's inherent that men know my girl's be way different than me, and I'm not gonna try to control that. That is just her. That's what that's her shit. I'm not trying to control it. You know what? But the thing is, obviously, I'm gonna call out something I think that is bad. But from a majority, hey, you gotta do what you gotta do. Even though I don't agree with a lot of shit, I'm gonna let you do what you gotta do, and I'm gonna do the same thing for me. But you guys don't want to do it because you keep saying, like, almost like if you align. I'm not going to align with everything my girl does. It just doesn't happen. Like, for the majority thing, I'm not going to align. You know, for how she thinks about things. So, because we're different.
Jess, can I ask you a question real quick? Yeah. Do you believe? No, I'm speaking in regards to being in a relationship, right? Do you believe in the hierarchy in a relationship? Do you believe in that? Not saying that one is less than the other, but just the hierarchy.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying. Do I believe in it? Sure.
Okay.
Do I think it's something that's practiced today as often? No. And do I understand why? Yes.
Okay, and so why do you think it's not practiced as much?
Because again, it goes back to the trust aspect. I don't think a lot of women are in a place with men that they trust their direction, their decisions, the way they move, to be like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna follow your lead. The only way a woman's gonna want to do that is if she trusts him. Women have in 2026 gotten to a place where they're controlling a lot of different aspects of their life. So then to have and be like, you have to follow me. That's a tricky place.
So would you say that women are the detriment to relationships and not men? Because women want to be in control?
No. I would say Ben would be
how
the issue, if you will.
How would they be?
Right. So by providing women what they would need in order to be able to trust them.
Well, that comes with you being able to vet a man properly, right?
Sure, but if
that's not the man's fault. If you vetted him properly, if you vetted that man properly, which means you guys also have the ability to choose the type of man that you are with. So that means coming from what you're saying, right? Women want to be in control. They want to be able to follow a man that's a leader. So that means you guys have a bad vetting process in men, because typically speaking, in the hierarchy relationships, because we're talking about two different ways of raising a child, a woman would be an extension of her man. So she will already know how to operate because she understands how her man operates. And so you guys are a united front when it comes to raising the child. So even when it comes to co-parenting, she should already understand, okay, well, this is how things go because I am an extension of my husband, or I am an extension of their father. So this is how this is how children are supposed to be raised, because you and I are a united front. We are together in this. It's not you want it this way, but I want it this way. It's we already came together. You and I had a conversation how we're going to raise these children, and we're on the same page. So there shouldn't even be any head button when it comes to that. And that's the problem. We have too many women. I get it, cool. Women empowerment, I understand it, but a lot of y'all have gotten to this ego place where you think that you know it all and you don't. And then you want to impede on the way men operate and how they're raising the children as well, and you want to have full control, and that's what's messing the entire dynamic up.
So I hear what you're saying. The thing is, women have progressed quite a lot, right? So women are knowledgeable in many areas today where men are not showing to be very knowledgeable, right? So how are you going to tell a woman, oh, you need to follow his lead if he doesn't? And that goes into the trust aspect.
Because it's money, right?
Hold on, what areas are women thriving in regards to what they may know more than men versus what the men are thriving in? What is that area in particular?
Education.
Yeah, education.
Well, education. Well, you mean being more enrolled in college, not necessarily being educated. Just because you're enrolled in college, most of the people up here been in college before. Okay. That doesn't mean you're necessarily educated in the sense.
That's a really good point. With that being said, I don't think a lot of men are even getting educated or learning like beyond what they were taught, perhaps early on.
All right, let me give you this.
Let me jump in real quick.
Well, I'm gonna give this. I'm gonna give it to you, bro. Pause. God damn.
That's crazy, boy. She sounded like he said, "You gonna give it to him, huh?"
Yeah,
that's crazy.
It got so unserious so quick, bro. God,
what do you mean by that? Hey, yo.
All right. I almost lost my thought, but I got it. Right. If that is the case, Jessica, right? Men still out earn women, even though they are more educated. It's not by much, right? It's not by much. It's maybe like $2,000 a year.
And
right?
women are starting to out earn men in their 20s.
I would say in general, right now,
Okay.
but it's about $2,000 different. Even if they starting to out earn men, but y'all are way more enrolled, way more educated and everything. That there's a there of men actually doing. We know something that y'all don't know. For us to still be making the same amount or more money than the women that's actually educated. You know what I'm saying?
That's not entirely true.
It's not?
No, because realistically, if you have, let's say you have a woman that went to school for nursing, right? So she's going to know more about perhaps the body development, all of this. So in the event they had a child, she might be more knowledgeable in those areas. Even if let's say he was out earning her, let's say he owns his own business doing, I don't know, something on the side, but
let's say construction.
Yeah. So he maybe, I'm not saying he's not smart, but she has gained a lot of knowledge, right? As far as the child's development. And I don't know. I never went into the medical.
All right. Let me give you this. What if that guy that knew what he knew and he didn't, on average, because he worked in construction, he got a side gig or he got a business or he worked full time in construction. He was saving y'all maybe $20,000 on average on a house because he know how to do everything. He know how to do HVAC. He know how to do construction. He know how to do doors. He's saving y'all money so y'all can have a safe space to stay.
Mm-hmm.
What is the difference between the education for the man that's doing what he has to do, what men do, and then y'all have y'all education because y'all more nurturing and everything? How can you kind of like make that as like something better than the other? Because this is the same kind of rhetoric. The reason why we have to divide it in relationships in the first place, because some people think their role is more important than the other, and then they downplay the man. They downplay the man's contribution in the relationship and his experience. They downplay it because they want to wear their education as a badge of honor, even though they don't even on average they don't even use their education.
No,
they don't even use their degree.
So you don't even see what you're doing right now. That goes to what the main thing would be, right? So it's a beautiful duality. Let's say that situation, right? He has that job, he's taking care of the exterior, we'll say, right? And she has that job taking care of the interior. With that being said, it's a beautiful duality. It's not that one is this, which is what Courtnee was saying as far as this family hierarchy system. It would be that they're coming together with both their strengths. And that would actually be the perfect duality about it. Because you're saying that women are being like, oh, because I have an education, oh, I'm smarter than him. No, right? They could come together. There doesn't need to have to be one on top of the other.
I understand.
But you guys were saying like, oh, women are saying that they're more important.
I mean, I get what you're saying, which is fair. But this is the mentality of what society is currently in the Western civilization. That's what, just like when you had brought up, women are starting to out earn men. You said a whole bunch of accolades to cause the division. You don't even know that you're saying it, and I'm not trying to pick on you or nothing like that. But when you say things of that nature, that's contributed to the divide. So in the household, if a woman have that mindset that I'm educated, and I'm out earning a man, but let's say she making 65 and he making 50, I'm out earning you, and you need to do better. You need to do this. I'm more educated. She can have a doctorate degree making $65,000, and I know personally people that make $65,000 got a doctor's degree, right?
Correct.
Because she got the doctorate degree, she has this main character syndrome that even though the man that probably didn't go to college and he got his own side gig and he got a job and he got a side gig, and he with both of those, he's making $10K less than her. 10K, right? So he's out there in the real world on a consistent basis, and at the same time, he multitasking, turning one thing off and turning the other thing off, and then being at the same time going to the household and turning everything off, so he can be a good parent, a good father, and a good husband all at the same time. And he got to wake up and do that shit all over again every single day.
Yeah, but she is too.
No.
So what's going on right now is every time we start talking about the contribution of men, it's a situation we got to derail the conversation and talk about, is the woman doing the same thing? We're not talking about if the woman is doing the same thing. We're talking about what the men are doing, because the point of contention was that women are out earning men.
Right. They're getting to like a lot more.
And they are more educated. So what I was bringing to the conversation is the things that the men are doing, but then it got back to women doing the same thing. So we're not having a conversation if the woman is doing the same thing. We're talking about the contribution of what the man does into the household. We're not even talking about that. We're not talking about women don't do it. But what tends to happen is on a day-to-day basis, men, our contribution is being devalued, even though we're doing a lot. And that's the reason why I brought up in the beginning that even though right now, current data statistics show that men out earn women, may not be by much, but y'all are more educated. Y'all got your degrees and everything of that nature. But we still on par. So you can't negate that. So if y'all educated and y'all got your degrees, then y'all, you don't think so?
I don't think that that's the point with it. Like saying like, oh, women, because I mean, that's just the facts, right? Like women are becoming more educated. They are beginning to out earn men. Like these are just facts. It's not to discredit or minimize what men are adding or what they're doing. It's just saying like, yeah, women are progressing. Like, let's look at what it is. It doesn't have to be.
What's the relevance?
Well, because again, we started with the hierarchy of a relationship. That's the relevance.
You know how many times that a man probably went to school, got his degree. All right, I got my degree 15 years ago. I can't stand on that, because if I just say I got a degree, I'm a loser because I keep saying that I got a degree 15 years ago, right? If I start a business and I bring it up to a point that is profitable, I got my degree, I moved up, I got a side gig, I turned to a full-fledged business, I transitioned from the gig to my own thing, and I'm doing that in X, Y, and Z. At the end of the day, I do not have to say on a day-to-day basis that men are out earning women. That's the reason why I said, what's the relevance? Because 9 times out of 10, when women use that statistic saying women are out earning men, it's a tool to use to continue to divide. Rather than saying that, you could use that and say we are making more that can contribute into to a family.
You don't understand where they're coming from, though. Like
I understand completely where they're coming from.
No. Just listen to me real quick. Like, we've all experienced it before. We've all experienced being a kid. That's why I think women hate this comparison to being like children. But 16-year-old Marcus, if you gave 16-year-old Marcus to say if someone died and they gave me $100,000, and then I'm like, all right, cool. Guess what I'm gonna think about? I might quit school. I'm thinking all this other dumb shit. And I'm gonna tell my parents this shit. I'm gonna say, you know what? I got this money. I'm gonna go be a rapper. Cool. It seems really cool. My friends are down for it. Cool. And then once they be like, that is the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life, I'm gonna be like, you know what? They hate on me because I'm making money. Because I'm hating on them because they're making more money. I'm making more money than them. And I can pay all these bills around and I do all this other shit. Like a lot of times, y'all just think just because you make money, but y'all don't make. You think that controls everything. And like I said, like if I was 16 years old and you gave me a lot of money, I'm gonna act the same way y'all act a lot of times. When you have money.
Marcus, it's not even that, bro. Like I said before, there's a lot of women that ride the coattails of successful women. That's my whole thing. There are women out here that's killing it. They in corporate America, they killing it, and this, that, and the third, blah, blah, blah. You have way more women champion about them and trying to make them like some kind of, I don't know, the sisterhood. Hey, women are doing this. There are women that's out there doing that, but a lot of them not, right? So they ride the coattails of other women to try to throw it in men's faces of saying y'all ain't doing what y'all supposed to be doing. But most men are doing it. Most men are in the middle class.
We know that.
Well, even so, I think it's more so to the point that women, even if they're not in corporate America, they're still putting work in. They're still attaining these different career paths.
So what I was gonna say to this topic, because I don't know.
Sorry.
My internet had went out earlier, so it kind of got me irritated because I was going to try and talk on the other points. But now that we're here, not to attack women, it's people just in general. A lot of people are institutionally indoctrinated and realistically retarded, meaning a lot of people go to school and they can do whatever it takes to pass a test and get a degree, but that shit don't translate in the streets. So yeah, women can brag and beat their titties and all that and be like, oh my God, I'm so educated and whatever, because they're enrolling in school. The problem and the difference between men and women is men already seen the writing on the wall that 80 to 90% of those degrees in those schools are useless as shit. And actually, the earlier you get out in the field and get to it, the more money you can actually make. Meanwhile, women are still under the indoctrination that I got to go get this degree and this, that, and the third. And then the thing that separates the women is the beautiful ones actually rise to the top faster than the regular ones because men still pay for appearance.
Well,
go ahead.
That's not the only thing I think that school says, right? Like going for an education, furthering your education, whatnot. It's not solely saying like, oh, it's because of what you're learning or even the profession or career you get after. I think it says a lot too towards someone's focus, their discipline, their motivation, their determination. I mean, a lot of that you also have to factor in to even character development.
So the reason I don't factor those things in is because there's only about 10 things realistically. And I mean, I'm just throwing a small number because it's really a real minute number. But there's only like 10 things realistically you need a degree for. Like clearly nobody wants a doctor to just practice in their garage. You might kind of want somebody that knows what the fuck they're doing the first time. You know what I mean? Nobody wants a nurse that just practice on little kids down the street. So things like that. But then when people are saying, oh, women are more educated, yeah, they're more enrolled. But when you start looking and breaking down what they're enrolled for, you got women that they enroll in psychology. Still got 5 bum-ass baby daddies that ain't worth a damn. So clearly fucking decision-making ain't work, even with the education behind you. And, like, it's just like you got people that are dating coaches. So when we got on the internet and things started blowing up relationship-wise or whatever, there's this dude, Kevin Samuels. He kind of blew up in the relationship space as far as I know for, like, black people. I know they got, like, it's a Rolla Tomasi or something is another one, like, on the other side or whatever. But a lot of these people, they were actually married before, whether they were divorced or whatever, wife, spouse died, whatever. They actually still had, a resume of being tried and tested in the field. Whereas for women, on the other hand, you get women that they go to school for relationships and they'll have a dating podcast, dating show, whatever, dating consulting firm. And they can't even find a man they damn self. How you going to hook somebody else up with something and you can't even get it for yourself? So, go ahead.
I mean, are you trying to go to another point?
No,
I feel like that's another topic.
I mean, we could put a pin in that, but I'm just saying when it comes to education and when it comes to women making more, no, women might make more in corporate America, but those ain't the only jobs. Not too many women are going and busting their ass in the oil field and making real money. A lot of men actually do take it easy on y'all because men care about y'all and they want companionship too. Because there's a lot of men that what a woman makes in a year, they'll go make in 4 to 6 months in the oil field and take the rest of the year off.
Mm-hmm.
So if they really fucking put belt to ass to their job 12 months in, you come nowhere close. when it comes to like construction and all that, people that are actually true entrepreneurs and not just reselling shit off Alibaba and Temu, people that really build businesses out the mud, your HVAC, your plumbing and all that, not too many women are doing that. Men are. And honestly, I wouldn't even advocate for women to do certain things in certain intimate settings like that because it's also a safety risk for you to go into somebody's home and close counters. You know what I mean?
Right. And we still see, right, the majority of people in the trades are going to be male. And the majority of people in, you know, perhaps education or nursing are going to be, or are female, we could say. With that being said, again, it goes back to that's the duality of it, right? And you could even say the exterior and interior, really, when you think about it. I don't know the point we're trying to prove here.
Well, no, it's just every time people bring these metrics up, nobody wants to be truthful. Like realistically, men don't need an HR department at work. We can go beat each other's ass in the parking lot and we'll be catching bears by the time we clock out and we'll be perfectly fucking fine.
No, you definitely need HR. You definitely need HR because we do have.
Yeah, because we have women there and y'all are catty and y'all do all this petty dumb shit that we don't even need at the workplace.
And because sometimes men act out of line. Let's be for real.
Yeah, and when a man acts out of line, you get your ass beat, and that's the end of it.
I mean,
men see, this is the thing. Men respect each other due to levels of threats of violence. If me and Courtney are into it and we beefing, then we know, hey, eventually this shit could get up there. So either we squash it amicably, or hey, bruh, when we get off work today, meet me 4:30 in the parking lot in that blind spot where the cameras don't touch, and we could just squabble it out. Like you don't want to drop it. I'm not finna drop it. And after that, we might end up best friends for the next 40 years. Women are the ones that are catty and all that. And then y'all come in the workforce, and because y'all want to get promoted and stuff, you might go flirt with somebody, fuck up his whole marriage and all this other stuff, and then end up getting him fired just so you can move up the ladder. And then
do you want to hit on that? I said, do you want to hit on that point? If he's messing with the woman at his job or whatever, that's not on that woman. You're saying that she's messing up. That's again, I don't know if you want to go there.
Then who is it
on?
on?
That'd be moving the goalpost.
Yeah.
No, but who is it on? It's on. I'm not saying that it's on one party altogether, but if she wasn't at the job to begin with, we could get through actually getting the job done. We didn't need HR until y'all started advocating to go to work, which is fine if that's what you want to do. If you actually want to suffer and stress yourself out and get lupus and alopecia and all this stuff because you stressing your body beyond means because you want to come fight next to men and compete, that's perfectly fine. We'll give that to you.
Or maybe it was their interest and what they were passionate about, and that's why they were drawn to that career. I mean, yeah. I think it's wild that I just think it's very interesting to hear the way you're speaking on this.
I think he's speaking on like he's not faulting women. He's just saying what is, because if majority of men were in these spaces and we didn't really need the HR, all the SOPs, standard operation procedures and everything, once women came in, men handled it a certain way. Maybe not the most ethical, but at the same time, it was effective. We didn't have to worry about all these things. He's saying what is. Once there was an influx of women coming into these spaces, there was a different SOP that needed to happen because they entered a world that they wasn't used to. And that's what actually happened. They entered a world that they wasn't used to, and they changed the corporate structure based off that. I'm not saying if it's right or wrong. I'm saying what is. That's what happened. I think that's what he's actually alluding to. So we really didn't need HR and all that stuff because we squash shit how we squash shit. Majority of the times when we was coming in the office, we were straight to the business. It wasn't a lot of catty stuff going on. Once women got into the situation, and again, I'm a preface because I know people like to clip. I'm not saying right or wrong. Once women got into corporate America and the influx that they did, there was a lot of different processes that needed to happen because based off their feelings how things should be on their accord, stuff had to change, right? So that's what happened. So that's the reason why it changed. I do have a story, but I'm not gonna say it because I know we're trying to get to the next We're trying to get to the next
topic.
Courtnee been trying to get to the next topic for a little bit, but the conversation going good. But what Raw is saying, what is not blame.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not putting blame on either side. So like
that could be a shirt. What
let's
is
not
blame.
Let's not say I'm diminishing anything, but it's just a lot of things that are in modern structure now don't even need to be there. If people that don't need to be there didn't want to be there.
Yeah, I'm sick of writing an email and I miss a comment, I get called out on it.
So basically,
guess who's doing it?
Basically, what's going on is when we talk about what is, it's like women.
Bro, y'all keep extending the conversation, bro.
Women got to the corporate America to complain about shit.
Exactly. It is.
All right, we going to the next time. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe for the algorithm, and make sure y'all hit the bell notification. But y'all, we went in for an hour and 35 minutes on that topic. That's crazy.
Hey, that's good though.
And I ain't even get my full stress off because my internet glitched out.
That's good, bro.
If it's a good conversation, I think
it's a great it's a great conversation, but that's fine. You know what I'm saying?
Showing range, bro.
Yeah. But let's go.
We could have cut this shit like 30 minutes ago.
Yeah, definitely could have 1000%. But let's go to this next topic. So I'm gonna get to the main topic real quick. The surrogate McKenna. So she gave birth. Well, the family is basically saying that they wanted to get rid of the baby because the baby was going to have birth defects, and the actual surrogate, she's denying and saying that she does not want to get rid of the baby. She wants to keep it. And so, of course, there are some people on one side of the aisle. There's other people on the other side of the aisle. So we're going to get into it, and then we're going to give our thoughts.
That's a pretty good segue from what we were talking about.
I know. That's what I'm saying. Gave me a lot of time to see how we can segue it.
Yeah.
All right, let's get into it.
My experience, I don't see the surrogate being successful in being able to keep this child. It's not hers. It's not her biological child. I don't see a world where she has rights to the baby.
A surrogate mother successfully gave birth to a baby boy in Texas on August 12th after refusing a California couple's request that she receive an abortion. McKenna West, an Alaskan nurse, has been in a back and forth legal battle with the baby's biological parents, who requested she terminate the pregnancy after finding out at 20 weeks that the fetus was diagnosed with a severe but treatable heart condition called hypoplastic left heart syndrome, or HLHS. Instead, West, a single mom of two, traveled to Texas to give birth and now faces a legal maze. Here's what expert Marla Neufeld has to say about what comes next in the explosive case.
My name is Marla Neufeld. I'm a reproductive attorney based in Florida. And while I practice reproductive law professionally, I'm also a former intended parent who had twin boys via surrogacy. So a surrogacy agreement does typically have provisions regarding abortion and selective reduction. The parties are supposed to undergo a mental health evaluation where they are supposed to specifically talk about abortion and reduction to make sure the parties are aligned. And typically that mental health counseling is the surrogate does a session, the parents do a session, and there's a joint session. A well-handled match should discuss this at length so that we don't have situations to the best of we can like this, where the parents may not have wanted to continue the pregnancy and she was not open to abortion, which no judgment if someone's not open to abortion, but like the parties need to be aligned on that. Regardless of what the contract says, and what I counsel my clients on as well, is what the contract says might not necessarily be what the court is going to enforce, because there's always an underlying concept that the surrogate has the sole source of consent with respect to her body. So it's really unclear, given the very, very limited case law in the United States, whether one, a parent could ever compel a surrogate to do or not do, and perform the abortion, which they likely cannot. There's no judge that's going to make her have an abortion. But then there's the second issue of, can they sue her if she goes against what she said in the contract? And that's also very murky and unclear how that will play out.
At least for now, the biological parents of this baby boy have physical custody of him. It also is contradictory to that last-minute petition filed by the Texas AG that was reportedly approved on Tuesday to stop the baby from being taken out of state. What do you think's going on?
Just from reading what's public information, I don't see any reason why these biological parents wouldn't still be the legal parents of this child. Whether or not they could have stopped her from having an abortion or not having the abortion, that's a totally separate issue from their parental rights. My understanding is there's likely a parentage order, which is a court order confirming that the parents are the legal parents of the child.
Do you think there's a world in which McKenna West will ever be granted custody of this child?
This is always an evolving area of law, but I do not think that she will ever get parental rights to this child. She is not a biological parent of the child. And under the states that are at play between Alaska, California, and Texas, I'm not aware of anything in their surrogacy provisions that would give her access to the child. I mean, there was a case many years ago called the Baby M case where the surrogate tried to assert rights to the child, but that's very, very distinctive from this case. That was the surrogate's biological child. That's called traditional surrogacy. And even as of now, the court, my understanding has almost like a restraining order against her. Like she has no access to the child as of now, from what I'm seeing reported, which I think is the right thing. Like she's not the parent. I don't see how she could be.
Do you think, in your expert legal opinion, that this could run on for a very long time? Or, I mean, is there a world in which this goes to the Supreme Court?
There's so little case law, reported case law about disputed surrogacy cases. Many times, if there is a dispute, they're handled privately. Many surrogacy contracts actually have provisions in them that ask the parties to keep any contentious issues out of the news and spotlight. So a lot of the facts that are being shared here is actually quite surprising because many of these matters are very private. The dockets are typically sealed. I think a lot of the next steps really pertain to the health and safety of the child and how the baby is going to be doing and what medical care the baby is going to need, and ensuring that the parents, as they should, have a say in the continued care of the child, and how that contrasts to what the Attorney General is now intervening and, requiring the hospital to provide certain life-sustaining treatments. So kind of balancing the state versus the parents.
All right, so Jessica, I'm gonna let you rock out first. What are your thoughts on this?
Let someone else go first. I don't know exactly where I'm at with it, honestly.
Okay.
I'll go first. So hold on. So am I understanding that they found out she was a surrogate, their kids? They found out that the kid's gonna have a heart defect. It's like, hey, let's end the pregnancy. She was like, no, I'll keep the kid. I don't want to have an abortion. I don't want to, I don't want to delete the kid. So, and now since it's become some sort of headline, now they're fighting against it to get the kid back. Is that what it is? Like,
no, they're not trying to get it.
They're not trying to get the kid back. They want to abort the kid.
Okay, so it's still in that area where they can abort the kid. I thought she already had the kid. I thought she already had it.
No,
I think from the video, I think she had the baby.
That's what I'm thinking too. I think now since it's media, I think now since like the media's in it, now they want the kid because they don't want to look bad. This is exactly what I was talking about. Like this chick right here, yeah. She would be godsend for this sort of situation. Like those other people who like, obviously, like this is the thing though. I think everyone's human. Like you might not want to deal with like a defect because something might happen. But to me, this would be the perfect situation that she's like, you know what? No, I'm gonna take like this on. I'm gonna do it. I don't know what other parent in right mind would be like, you know what? Hey, go ahead and do that. Like, because my option is because I know I can't handle it. If you can, that's even a better situation. But now it's like, you got these other people who want they're probably rich as hell because you got to understand, like, if you get a surrogate, you got money. So they probably wanted like an arm bag or whatever. They wanted a kid, the perfect little kid, whatever they can pop out that they couldn't have. And then it didn't come out. And they're like, no, get rid of it. Like, so like, yeah, you don't want these kind of people raising people in this society. So yeah, I mean, like I said, like if anything could ever happen, if you think any sort of miracles, this would have been it right here. For her to say, you know what, yeah, I'm not gonna do it. I really want this kid. I think they 100% what we're talking about.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like that's where it kind of goes into what I was saying earlier. You know, there are situations where you still have the kid, and there's somebody who's going to be willing to love the child and take the child on because the child, even though that kid had a birth defect, but they said it's curable. It's curable. So it's not. So it's not like a lifelong situation that the child will struggle, but it's just something like, hey, this is something that is curable. We can take care of this, but they decided no.
But then guess what? The mental illness I was talking about. Now, since people know it, they want to take this kid back. They want to fight her from having this kid. So they win. They probably have every legal right to do it.
Yeah.
Guess how the kid's gonna turn out? Fucked up.
Yeah, and that's the messed up part about it because on one side, when we look at it from a moral standpoint or a Christian standpoint, it's she's like you said, she's God's saying, right? But however, on the flip side, she's still under contract. And so if you're not reading the fine print of that contract, you still have to abide by the contract regardless of how you may morally feel about it. Because now you're putting yourself in a sticky situation legally. That's two different sides of the coin. So it's like, okay, well, yeah, she's doing great. I'm pretty sure there are going to be some people who are going to fight for it, but you still signed the contract though. So it's still on the actual parents' discretion what they want to do with their child.
And that's what I'm saying. Like those type of people, I would say should not have kids. And that's probably obviously God already made them not have it because they can't have it on their own. You know what I mean? And then she's like, you know what, we got enough money. Let's go and let's get somebody else to get it. And then this happens. So it's like, all right, well, hey, there you go. Like, you know what I mean? So like in this situation, if she's not asking, unless she's like, I'm gonna have this kid, and then since they're actually yours, I want child support, that's something different. But I don't think that's the situation. I mean, the situation is, yo, like I'm gonna keep it. You just be done with it. Like you don't owe me nothing.
Right.
So, yeah, I think those people are despicable. I think they're messed up.
Yeah, no, I agree with you, right? Like, because it could have probably went through then because it's their child. They probably would have went through the process of adoption, perhaps that she would have. But they already have this rapport. Like they chose for her to have their child. So yeah, no, I would think it was a blessing that this woman is saying, you know, I'm willing to take it on. Yeah. And it could be what you're saying. Because then it gets tricky, right? So then if she's saying, I'll take on the responsibility, I'll have the child. But now then if they go back and say, well, that's our child.
Mm-hmm. See, that's almost like the same thing, like what we were talking about earlier. If there was a, 18-year-old and the man did not want, or the boy did not want the child, and the woman did, he should be able to sign over his rights. Since she wants to do it, you have it. But if he ever comes in that kid's life, I think he should owe back child support. If he voluntarily said, you know what, I made a mistake, I want to be in this kid's life, I think at that point he's liable for back child support. So like this should be like a conversation that should happen. Like
when did he get back in the child's life though?
I say at any time. At any time.
Probably when she found a new man.
Because if he was like, I don't want nothing to do with this kid, and I mean, if you're talking about he's 25 and this kid sought him out, I mean, and then wanted that, then that's a different situation. But 10 years ago down the road, he's like, man, I messed up, and he wants to be in that kid's life. I think he needs to pay back child support.
I don't think he should pay any back child support, but I do think he needs to pick up the burden from wherever he stepped back in at.
No.
But if I make the decision to say I don't want to be in this kid's life, I need to pay the consequences. And the consequence is, yo,
you guys, no. Like I can't even believe y'all are saying this. Do you know how unfair this is for that woman who now has had this child with this man, right? He said, nah, I don't want it. I'm stepping away. I want nothing to do with it. I'm not paying you nothing, whatever. Then randomly 10 years down the road, he wants to be like, oh, now I want something to do with my, y'all don't get to do that when it's convenient.
Why not?
I got to agree with that.
Why not?
If you make a consequence, if you make a decision like that, you gotta pay the consequences.
I don't give a fuck. I'm a New York City dickhead first. I told you I ain't want this shit. You went through with it, which then bought me time 10 years later to be like, oh shit, you know what? I actually did do Shorty wrong. But let me check on Shorty and see how her and this kid doing. And I get back in, and hey, maybe I'm actually in a position now to where I can't help. So from the day I step in forward, I need to be responsible. Instead of it being a 50-50, I probably need to do like an 80-20 when it comes to the financial responsibility of this kid, just for the fact that I was absent. But we talking about fair, and we know good and damn well life ain't fair. We got the Discovery Channel, we got National Geographic, we can see all the other animals in the wild, and shit fair outside. So I don't know why women like to bully men with this fair shit. Shit ain't fair. If I ain't want it and you wanted it, die on that hill. If I double back later, then boom, I need to be more responsible than you financially for this because, hey, now I changed my mind.
No, but you're not thinking about the child also. Like you dipped when the child was born. Now that child went through 10 years of their life with you not wanting to be part of it. Like, you're trying to make it that, oh, you get to just decide. Like you're focused on you. What about that child?
Fuck them kids.
Yo. No kids for you.
I would say this though. I would say this on the flip side though, because think about it. So what if in the on the opposite side of it, the man wanted the kid, but let's just say the man wanted the kid, but the woman didn't. So where's her consequence at?
Well,
so the man
wants the kid.
Okay, no, let me say again.
I was gonna say you're saying she didn't want it and now she does, right? So I guess it would be living with that because we were talking about terminating the pregnancy. It would be living with that decision that she went through with that.
Okay, so but what I'm asking is on the opposite. Okay, I'm sorry. Maybe I framed that wrong. So say in the situation, right? Say in the event that the man wanted the child, right? He wanted the child, but the woman still had it, but she don't want to allow the father in the life. Is he still liable for child support on the long run, even if that child decides to come back into his life and they start to interact with each other? Considering the fact that the mother removed the kid from the father, does he still have to pay? Should he still be responsible to pay child support?
So that's where it gets tricky, right? Because how do we?
It's not tricky at all.
It's really tricky because how do you know that she's the one that said, I don't want you in this child's life? Now, what, you want based off of hearsay?
Because here's the thing, Jessica. There are many situations where there are women who keep their child away. They use their kid as a pawn, and they keep their kid away from the father. Because there are many situations like that.
Yeah, I've heard.
And so that's where, and then there have been video footages of where the sons finally come out and they go and actually get the information from the father because they seek them out, because that's what they naturally do. They seek their parent out, they seek the father out, and they tell them their side of the story of what actually happened. Then they come back to the mom like, why did you keep them away? Why did you keep my father away from me? They told me X, Y, and Z happened.
But Courtney, why is the word fair not thrown into this scenario? When I said fuck them kids, I'm wrong.
Well, yes, you are.
But now all of a sudden, fair is no longer on the table. It's, oh my God, that's tricky. The fuck it ain't.
Life definitely ain't fair.
It is.
Because it's an equal, because the thing is just it's an equal parallel that we draw, right? So when we had the conversation from your end, right, you said that, yeah, off the gate, if that man decides that he doesn't want to be around in that kid's life, he should pay child support if he decides to come back into life, right? It's like, okay, cool. But
he should have had to pay from the beginning.
Yeah, he should pay child support.
Not from the beginning.
No. If he said I don't want, if he said I don't want to have a kid, he should be able to bow out of that whole situation.
Yeah.
It's your choice now to have the kid.
How would y'all say people go about that? Like, how are they going to know? Because then what? Let's say this woman, let's say you got a woman pregnant, right? And now this whole time you were acting like you were going to be there. You know, she could trust you. Y'all were going to do this together. You were speaking sweet nothings to her. And then you get to the last month or whatnot. And you're like, you know what? Nah, I don't want this.
So
No.
And then what you're gonna be like, I'm not paying because now I told you I don't want it.
50,
basically what you're saying is
50-50.
Basically what you're saying is y'all educated, y'all smart and all this type of stuff, but y'all don't have the discernment to get with a guy that actually gonna take care of the kid. So now you want to do on the other side of it, you want to blame the man after that.
Bro, what she just explained.
You basically what you just explained was you don't have enough discernment to get with a guy that can take care of the damn kid.
No, that's not it. She's literally just
No. I know what it's
doing. What I want you to do.
Hold on.
Now we're not working.
Hold on. I know exactly what's going on. She is saying that she's having it. I'm not saying that you having it. I'm not saying that. But let's say for the sake of the conversation, a woman get with a guy that lies to her and say he gonna be there and this, that, and the third. Majority of the times, nobody talking about kids when they shacking up. That's not the case. They just having fun, right? When y'all having conversations, nobody is talking about family and all that type of stuff. When they first start talking and everything, I say within the initial meet of men and women to the point where they actually have sex, no more than 2 weeks. Ain't nobody.
She said y'all know about the kid.
No.
Nobody
know
about the kid.
Yeah.
She said you know about the kid, and he's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna be there for you. Yeah, we're gonna have this kid together." Like he knows in the the get rid of it stage, and he's saying that I want to be with you, have the kid. That's what she's saying.
All right.
Yeah, that doesn't negate anything I said.
All I'm saying is
that doesn't negate anything I said. I'm saying within all the time when you met this guy, with 2-3 weeks and everything, y'all had sex, blah 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 blah. Now the kid here. I was trying to get to it. Now the kid is here and he's saying all the good nothings that y'all talking about, but he's not there. You didn't do what you supposed to do in the beginning. So at that point in time, he has the right at the last minute say I don't want to do nothing with the kid, because at the same time, if we put it on the other side, women can have that same. I don't
think that's characteristic of men. I think it's a man characteristic to do that.
No. I'm not saying that. No. Let's keep it where it's at.
But no,
so you're just saying men just don't have to take accountability.
No. Men should take accountability. What I'm trying to say is that's not.
Let's die on that hill.
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that men don't have to take accountability.
Man, I don't give a fuck what Matt's talking about right now.
Because
me, the New York City asshole. No, I don't have to take accountability because as a man, the only way we get to terminate is verbally. Y'all are in control as to whether y'all physically want to terminate or whatever. So if I verbally terminate and say I don't want this and you go through with it, my pockets ain't coming with it neither. Now if I go down the road and I come back in and I want to pick up,
that's not how it works though. Like, right? Like we don't have anything that will say that.
That's not how it works because y'all abuse men. That's all y'all do. All y'all do is abuse men. Because when we talking about from the men's perspective, oh my God, that's not fair. But when we talking about men not wanting to do stuff, it's like, shouldn't he be over here taken care of? Can he come back? No, fuck them kids, dead ass. That's it. I don't want the kid.
So basically,
I don't like you no more. I don't want the kid. It's done. Now, if I change my mind 10 years later and I come back,
okay, so now you're going to prison, right? Because now you haven't paid your child support and you abandoned your child, and yeah.
Okay, so if we were supposed to have a kid and I fucking robbed a bank because we needed money to get diapers and Similac,
well, then you're still there. Anyway, you should be because
I still wasn't there regardless. So, like I said before, fuck them kids. Life ain't fair.
Right. So then you should be there. Good. So no matter what, it's a win-win. You're going to prison.
So what? So what if you got what if the girl in the situation? I ain't gonna put it on you. What if the girl in the situation got pregnant?
They don't manifest.
Let's say the man didn't have discernment. And he was fucking with a hoe, and she out here sleeping with other dudes. You think the dude want to deal with a woman that got 6-7 dicks running through her while she pregnant? So there could be other situations as to why he don't even want to be there, but we're not gonna talk about because oh my God, it's not fair. Don't abandon me.
I'm not gonna lie. Jessica, I'm not trying to. I don't want to beat up on you, but I think what you're doing right now with the comments that you said, you kind of proving the point. The empathy level of like a lot of women when it comes to men going through these type of things is very low. He's speaking to the frustrations that men go through on a day-to-day basis with if he don't want the kid or if he do want the kid. What tends to happen is a lot of times with women, they don't care. They just want the end result that they want. So a lot of times when we actually having a conversation, oh, that's what it is. This what it is. That's what it is. You're gonna go to jail. That's it. Yeah, we're gonna go to jail if we decide that we do not want to take care of that kid. That the legal system, if she put us on child support and we say I'm not going to pay child support because I feel as though that I shouldn't take care of this kid because I told her in the beginning I do not want the kid. I'm still going to be put on child support, and guess what? If I don't pay it, I'm going to jail. I can't get a job when I get out, and at the same time, I'm gonna have back pay to pay. What I'm saying is, I'm trying to draw out a real life situation. So it's easy for women to do this, the out of like, I'm just gonna do this abortion or whatever, and I don't want to be responsible. I don't want to do that. But there's no way a man say you have to have this kid, and I'm finna hold you accountable for raising a child, joint custody. I'm gonna take care of the child. You're gonna take care of the child. And if you don't take care of the child, you're gonna go to jail. Men do not have that opportunity. Only y'all have that.
Right. I hear you. Right. And I don't think it's totally fair. Like, I'm not saying that. However, there's nothing in place where maybe there will be eventually that would say that a man is opting out. But yeah, no, it would have to be done within a certain amount of time of that woman finding out she was pregnant. But then you go into the whole thing as far as it's her body. So I guess this is really where it comes into play, that it is very much important for both men and women to be intentional and mindful with who they're lying down with. Like, that's,
I don't think men.
Hold on.
It's not her body, but my wallet on the line. It ain't my wallet no more.
It's not men and
women. You got me messed up with that shit.
It's not men and women.
No more.
No, it's not men and women, because obviously what we're talking about is the man fault or the women fault is not working. You need to be the captain of your fate, and you need to be the master of your soul. At the end of the day, stop putting onus on other people for your decisions. You are an individual that need to make the right decisions. That's it. Stop trying to put it on men. Stop trying to put it on women and all that type of stuff. You, as a human being, need to make your decisions, and you need to lie in the bed that you make. At the end of the day, there's plenty of information that's out here that y'all been seeing, and men and women been seeing for the last 80 to 100 years, of cause and effect of sleeping with people and outcomes, and sleeping with people that you do not see that's sleeping with people that's counterintuitive of a long lifestyle with having a kid. It's too much information out there for you to negate it at the end of the day. So all the time when we keep having this conversation, it's just the same thing over and over. At some point in time, we gotta say, yo, this not working. Why don't you just put the onus on yourself for you sleeping with a dude that can't take care of no kids? Y'all been hearing that these dudes lie all the freaking time for the last 50 goddamn years.
And that goes back to what I said from when, I don't know, earlier in the conversation. I think a lot of times women think that they could trust that man. A lot of times I think they do have that discussion. I think a lot of times they are hopeful that, yeah, he's going to be there. They're going to move in a positive way. I mean, everyone wants to live the fairy tale. So this whole thing where, yeah, you try to you're right, we can't put the sole onus, I guess, as far as that situation on either party. But I really do. I think a lot of times women do want.
Let her finish. Go ahead.
I thought she paused.
No.
I think the majority of the time I would say women are hoping that that man is a man they trust or that they thought they could trust, and they hope for him to be in that child's life and their life.
But but I believe what you just said is the most sensible thing. But what we see on a day-to-day basis, we do these podcasts all the time. We have women that come up, and what you're saying is different. And I'm not saying that you believe what they believe, and I think you're very sensible. I think you've been saying some fair points since you've been up here. But when we start speaking in general of how the world works, that's not the case. And every time that men start trying to communicate that there needs to be an onus on the women about these things, it gets to a point we got to start shitting on the men that's the worst of us, not the majority of us. Majority of us don't have kids. If you look at, you go to the CDC and everything, most of us men don't have the kids, right? So it's one of those things where you have men that's doing what they're supposed to do on a day-to-day basis, try to get online and give some information, but they always get knocked down because we get lumped into a whole bunch of ain't shit dudes all the goddamn time. You know what I'm saying? So what I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. But what we are saying, as far as a general aspect, what you're saying is that's not the case at all.
Hey Jessica, can I just ask you? Can we have a logical conversation here, right? Like just whatever.
Mm-hmm.
If you and I hooked up, whatever, and then you tell me a month later that, you know, hey, I'm pregnant, it's your kid, and I say, you know what, I'm not ready for this shit. I don't want to do this. I'm gonna on a real timeline of like usually how dudes work, not what we think and all this other bullshit. Mm-hmm. So if I really like you, I might say, you know what, hey, let's fucking try to work this shit out. Let's go. So if I like you, let's try to work this shit out. Boom. We go. 8 months down the road, 9 months, whatever. You realize you don't fucking like me no more. Like, it is what it is. Now you don't like me. And it's like, you know what? Now I got to figure out what we got to do. Obviously, we can't get rid of the kid. It's fucking down here. It is what it is. Now it's between me and you to make this work. Typically, the way the situation works, it does not go 50-50. So like kind of how you explain it to me is typically not how the timeline goes. It's not like, hey, I'm feeding you all this stuff, I'm feeding this, I want to have this kid, and then boom, 9 months, I'm fucking out. Like that literally doesn't happen. I would have told you that in month 1. I don't want this kid. I'm out of here.
I mean, it does happen.
Okay, I'm not saying it never fucking happens.
Yeah.
But like for the majority, especially knowing how men work, and if we found someone, if a man says typically, hey, I want to make this work, that means, hey, you know what, dude, he's in for it. Like I don't understand like this other experience that people have, and that I've never experienced from every man I've talked to, and being a man myself. Like, I don't understand this whole experience that other people have. It's kind of crazy to me.
Yeah.
Like, the dudes is rolling in and like, yo, like, just bait you for no reason. But there's no gain to it. There's literally no gain for me telling you, I want to raise this kid. I'm going to let you have it. And you, and in some beginning, maybe you would have been okay getting rid of it. And at the end of the day, I'm like, you know what? Nah, I don't want it. They just don't make no goddamn sense to me.
I got a question. I got a question. Do y'all think, because we have no back and forth, and I get it, do y'all think the fundamental issue right now is if a man say they don't feel like taking care of a kid that he created, there's automatically he look at the villain, but when a woman that also was active in the creation of the kid, when she says she don't want to take care of the kid, they automatically champion it.
Well, that's 100%. Then he'll take care of it, and she has
so
problems.
I think that's the reason why we always have these conversations. But it's
more so like Jessica. They say like champion. They say more so like you're strong. You're strong for thinking that they don't say men that you're strong because you don't want the child. You know you're deadbeat. That's basically what they'll say. But on the women's side, it's like you're strong for that. You know, I understand. It's more understanding versus the man's side. It's like, no, you should take care of your responsibilities at the end of the day. and it's not your choice.
Right. And then it's so backwards now that because the woman is actually carrying the child, for her to do what she do because she don't want to have the baby, it's like she's championing. But the guy that don't do the same thing, but he plays a part of it, he's looked like a villain. Like you need to be ostracized out of society because you're not man enough to take care of the kid that you created.
Wait,
but if a woman does it and she go all the way to the point that she get she goes through the process or drop the kid off at the fire station or give the kid to somebody or do what's going on currently right now, she's championed that it was a hard decision that needed to be made.
Right. Well, that's the difference, though, too, right? Because you figure it's when she's getting pregnant, she's perhaps tossing around that idea. However, with a man, I certainly don't hear men saying, "Oh, when I found out so and so is pregnant, I didn't want it." Like, I don't hear that as often. Typically, what happens, right, is that it's once the child.
Nah, men not allowed to speak out loud. Go ahead. Finish your point. I'll jump in after.
What do you mean you're not allowed to speak?
No, go ahead. Finish your point first. I'm gonna stick a pin in it.
Yeah, no. So like, I think that's probably why we don't hear, like, because if it's a man after the child's born being like, "Oh no, now I don't want it," I mean, that's very much different than a woman in the beginning stages, like playing around with the idea and being like, "I don't think this is a good idea," whatever reasoning she comes up with. Yeah, that's where I could see it being different.
Okay, go ahead, Raw.
No, so the thing is, I'm gonna just cut it to you all the way straight and funky because clearly we just beating around the bush. I like Macaroni coming from a therapist standpoint. Marcus coming from a half-heel standpoint. I'm just bringing from a dickhead hood nigga standpoint. The reality of life is men are beasts of burden. Nobody gives 3 fucks about men. Nobody really cares about what men say. So even when men do speak on shit, nobody fucking listens. And that's why you don't hear it. There's a lot of men that speak out loud. But the thing is, everybody drones out men when men actually speak on serious shit. When it comes to whispering sweet nothings and shit is peaches and cream, oh yeah, women big going. When it comes to 50 flow hibachi and Birkin bags and all that, women big going. When it comes to, hey, what we gonna do? What's the next 5 years, 10 years looking like? I don't know. You're the leader. Whatever you say, I'm gonna just go with it. And if I don't like it, I'm gonna jump off the train whenever the fuck I want to. So the thing is, nobody listens to men because we just beast of burden. We sacrificial lambs to the world, and that is what it is. Women supposed to be this princess party, and shit's supposed to be fair, and all this other stuff, and whoop-de-doo.
Like 100% right.
Whoop-de-doo.
He right, yo. Like yeah, he real. If the dude had told you I don't want it, you'd have said some other shit, and that what he said was not important. That was not even important. He said it though, but you did not even like record that as an actual like concern.
Yeah, because like even this woman right here,
how it goes.
This woman right here, she was a surrogate, and I mean, if she liked being pregnant, she could have just hollered at me. I'd have donated one to the cause. But I mean, y'all knew I was gonna derail. I got to put some humor back in it a little bit.
Come on now, dog.
She is really
like, what's poppin'?
I ain't gonna lie, for this situation, to bring it back to the topic, I think 2 things can be true. She did sign a contract. You signed up for it, bro. So
no, but
ain't had no great after that. But at the same time,
Mac, no, but we gonna do this though. She signed a contract about the baby. So we gonna put Jessica's point of be fair. Let's be fair 360. It's still her body, her choice. In order to terminate, you got to go through her body to get to that baby. If you really ain't want the baby, show up to the hospital with a pistol, and when that baby come out, smoke that motherfucker.
I did. The only reason, Raw, hear me out. The only reason I disagree with that point is because she signed a contract before they inserted it in there. That's the only reason. If that wasn't the case, if that wasn't the case, I would be on your side. If that was the case, I would definitely agree with you. But she signed a contract before, so she knew what was going to happen. She knew the stipulations.
I'm sitting in the middle of
the second part where I said 2 things can be true. I say the moral thing is, is if y'all don't want the kid and she want it, what's the issue?
That's facts.
Well, no, Marcus made a point earlier that to have a surrogate, you got to be rich. I kind of disagree on that. Some people that know that they can't have kids, they'll actually do like a 3-year, 5-year plan. They'll save up money towards it. So let's just say money ran out and they don't have enough money to go through with the surgery to actually repair the little tear in the heart or whatever. And that's why they tapped out at the last minute. I get that y'all talking about the contract, but let's be fair. Her body, her choice. So she want to carry the baby to term because she don't want y'all running all up in her little trap to go retrieve the baby. So if that's how y'all feel, smoke that motherfucker when it come out.
Are you saying my body, my choice?
Y'all got states right now changing laws saying that damn near up until term you could terminate.
Are you saying my body, my choice?
It's a reason she ran to Texas.
That's that boxolitis speaking.
Huh?
So that's that boxolitis speaking.
I don't give a fuck what speaking because shit. If she hit me up right now, she can get pregnant again.
That's that boxolitis. That's that boxolitis.
What's the boxolitis? What's that?
Can't say the word, but you know what I'm saying? That thing down there. Boxolitis. He caught up in it. That's why
not honestly, I don't give a damn if it was, and I know we use it as a metric just because she used to be big and GLP-1 saved her on the back end, but I don't give a damn if it was Lizzo. Like, the thing is, if we gonna be fair, and I'm gonna use Jessica's point.
I know, yeah, you
to women, if we gonna be fair, it's her body, her choice. She don't want y'all running up in her shit, destroying shit to go on an extraction mission. So if y'all really don't want the kid, then let her deliver the kid, and before that kid take the first cry, put a pillow over his head.
Wait, but hey, check it though. If it's her body, her choice, she put her body into the contract. That was her choice.
She put her body into the contract saying, hey, y'all wanted a baby, I will carry it for you.
So
she ain't saying that I want y'all in here with stirrups and turkey bases and all this other shit, remixing my organs because you don't want it no more.
So what we saying is, long
the
as
contract was for the baby. I'm carrying the baby to term. If you don't want the baby, when it get here, throw that little nigga in the trash. Until then, that's it. My body, my choice. I'm a carrier here. If you broke, just say that. If you can't fix the heart, just say that. If you don't have no love for this kid no more, just say that. If that was your last sperm cell and your last egg, just say that. But at the end of the day, it's my body, my choice. I'm bringing this little nigga here. And if you don't like it, you can suffocate, smoke it, whatever the fuck you want to do when they get here. But I'm carrying it to term. And that's it. I don't give a fuck about the contract. If you want some of your money back, sue me. I'm broke anyway. I got my own 2 kids. Fuck out of here.
So basically, my body, my choice is null and void anything. It's just like
when it comes to us men, it null and void anything. So fuck your little
hold up, dog. That was a couple. It was a woman and a man.
I don't give a fuck what it was. It could be 19 women and 2 men.
I mean, dog, that's what I'm saying. I had to disagree. With you.
My brother was you wanted a baby, and I'm gonna be the carrier. I carried the motherfucker. You broke and you can't repair a hole in this heart. So now you don't want it no more because you thought it was supposed to be so perfect and peachy.
You signed
Hold up. Usually the surrogates are the ones that's getting paid, so she might be the broke one.
They all broke.
All of them broke.
They all broke. This bitch is throwing BBLs on you in the club right now, making payments on the booty.
Nah, bro, I can't. This is the only time I'm not agreeing with the my body, my choice. She signed a contract away.
She signed
a contract for the baby. You're not gonna run up it. You're not gonna run up my body.
In the contract, it's stipulations to you signing the fact that you're using your body to have a baby. So your body is a part of that contract. Okay. So you're signing your body away.
It's not my fault that y'all played on the petri dish and this little nigga got weak ass genetics from y'all bum ass niggas and got a hole in his heart, and now y'all want to fuck up my body behind your little ass monkey ass kid that I was helping you carry.
I thought that's a risk.
That's a risk.
My body, my choice.
That's a risk you got to take.
They had the kid, right?
I did risk it. I'm gonna bring it to term, and if you don't want to smoke that bitch like brisket,
I just say, hold up. You said brisket.
Hold on, Jess. You was about to say something, Jess. Go ahead.
Yeah,
no. We can have a barbecue discussion, like if y'all want to take it there.
From my understanding, I did think that like when you are going through that process, like you're able to even discuss like what they're going to perhaps their diet, even their nutrition. So it is kind of like they're controlling your body in a sense.
Yeah,
Do you know what I'm saying?
That bitch will catch on fire.
I agree.
So yeah, and if it's in the contract and then they're saying, you know, we don't want to go through with this, realistically it would be their decision.
Yeah,
When you signed your body, it's like going to the military. You signed your body away, regardless if it's your body. You signed your body over. So whatever they tell you to do, you got to say how high. How far you want me to go?
It would be their decision, but I think at this point, someone should step in and say, "Hey, she wants to take the kid, as long as they don't have to pay." I don't know. I think that's when you get like a president can't do everything. Like they need some people to sign off some shit. It should be like that. Yeah, everything's cool. Well, we got to sign up. We can't let that happen. I don't think the kid should get deleted if she really is willing to fucking take the kid.
Yeah, she already got 2 kids already. I mean, my thing is on the moral side of things. Yeah, I'm like, hey man, just let her take the kid, and she got 3 kids, and she can take care of the kids as if it's her own because it actually came out of her. So it's I mean, I know some people gonna think otherwise, but that baby came out of her, so she's gonna have more of a connection to that kid more than anything. But on the legal side of things, no, listen, it's whatever you signed. It's whatever you signed over. It's whatever you signed over. You signed your body to that.
Hey, so Courtney, I want to ask. Hold on. Let me throw a wrench in there. So what if these doctors? Because we just had a case. I don't remember if it was even in Arizona locally or not, where they medically declared somebody deceased and the motherfucker was not deceased.
Right.
And now that doctor is under fire. So what if on the scan they just read the scan wrong and ain't no hole in there, and they told her to go ahead and get that motherfucker up out of there, and she went and got a second decision on her own dime somewhere else and realized that the first diagnosis of whatever was wrong, and now these motherfuckers calling back like, oh, you know what? Never mind, we changed our mind. We want to keep it. Like, no, it's still her body, her choice. Fuck the contract. If the money's what you out of, we can settle the money in court.
Because that would have been part.
No, but y'all signed up for a baby.
But the point that you missing, though, like regardless of, but that would be, but again, regardless of the second opinion, you still gotta fulfill your contract. So you can go get a second. You can get a second.
And I said I'll carry it. Contract fulfilled.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
Because you still decided to the simple fact that you had to go to another state to have the kid is you already are not abiding by the contract because you are supposed to be abiding by the law in which you signed that contract. So with that alone, they have she's not fulfilling her contract at all. They told her to get rid of the baby. She still decides to have the baby. So
yeah,
no, she did fulfill it.
The baby and leave it at the fire station.
She didn't fulfill it.
But she kind of did. They said, we want to, implant this child in you and we want you to carry it. And so she's doing her diligence. So he's kind of right.
That's not a fulfillment of a contract because we act like we never signed contracts before, and we don't see the small lettering that read the fine print that we got to read because we see the big things, but we don't read the fine print in the contract. Just because we say that, this contract, you carry the baby, okay, there's still stipulations within the contract. If this X, Y, and Z happens, then you have to terminate this baby. She didn't do that, which is the reason why. This is a conversation.
We don't know what the stipulations are.
Right.
Hold on. Stipulations aside, I believe the only reason that this is a conversation, Courtney.
We do know it.
The only reason this is a conversation is because she decided that, I want to keep the baby. If she would have brought that baby to term and threw that little motherfucker in the trash, they wouldn't give 3 shits.
That is true.
So
the reason it's a conversation because if it wasn't in the contract, we wouldn't be having the conversation in the first place.
Okay, so all these contracts, then when all these motherfuckers that get married to all these ball players and shit, then they want to run to Cali to go to Cali courts to fucking put them on child support and shit. Then we need to adjust their contracts for marriage. That whatever state you in is the state you got to go to child support for, because they run and do it. Then we gonna hold accountability and fairness on that end.
Yeah, you can, but they ain't got nothing to do with surrogacy. They ain't got nothing to do with surrogacy.
What you mean? It's still their body, their choice, right?
Whose?
Yeah, that's
you
true.
didn't sign a contract to have a baby with an NBA player. You didn't say, "Oh, listen, bro, we gonna sign this on the dotted line. If I have a baby by you, bro, then next thing you know, these are stipulations in the contract." No, you decided to have sex with somebody, and then on the back end, you didn't get married to him at all. You decided you wanted to bust it down. You wanted her to reach back and spread, and you put one in her. So no, it's not the same thing. You signed a contract before you decided to get in.
Whatever state you push that little 2-liter Coke bottle out your coochie out of is the state you should file that child support in. So when all these little bitches run to Cali because they want to max out, that's about how big a baby is for motherfuckers that ain't had one.
Hey,
so when y'all decide y'all want to run to California to max out child support court, then shit, if she gave birth to her baby in Texas, Texas law should apply. She can't have a termination in Texas. So how about this? My body, my choice. Fuck your little ass contract. If you want your money back, let's sign a new contract and get you your little funky ass dollars back.
You can't use that money.
Where's the fairness in their body, their choice?
I knew this was going to be bad when I saw the butterfly.
I knew it was going to be bad when I seen she was a baddie.
No. First of all, hold on. For one, I knew this was going to be bad because I seen the butterfly tattoos. Number two.
Fine, I got some nectar for her.
She do look like she on the Spice Girl audition. She fine though, but she do look like a Spice Girl audition though.
She's really pretty. I don't know what your point is. What do you mean it's gonna be back?
She don't know jokes.
Nah, he just being, you know what I'm saying, clean.
I'm just joking. But
yeah,
hey, but for real, the butterfly tattoos, I knew it. I knew it was gonna be a problem.
That's a fair point.
Is it?
Listen. Sometimes tattoos. Jessica. I think this is something that it's just can't be explained. Sometimes it's something that men can see that a lot of women just can't, and it's hard to explain to y'all, and y'all would not understand.
Well,
there's just some things that we can see.
Try. I think this was going to be one of my points earlier. I don't think y'all communicate with women.
Yeah, we do.
Oh, we do.
Oh,
clearly.
No, we do.
No, y'all don't. Y'all,
do.
So let me do this, Courtnee. Let me do this.
We've been communicating.
Hold on. We do communicate with women.
Yes.
We do communicate with women. The issue is y'all want us to communicate like y'all, and we don't do that in a general sense. Men communicate how men communicate. We are very direct. Women, y'all like to add sugar, spice, and everything nice and butterflies to if there's a wound on the arm, y'all gonna put all that shit on there, sugar, spice, everything nice when y'all communicate, right? With men, straight alcohol. It's gonna hurt, and we're gonna say, man up, this what it is. But guess what? That wound is gonna heal way faster than you putting the sugar, spice, and everything nice.
You're lying.
No, you ask. Hey, how do you think?
I'm not. No, hold on. Let's do it. Hold on, Margaret.
It's not true.
It is true.
A lot of times y'all don't like to tell women no. You don't like to say something they're not going to want to hear.
Absolutely.
Right.
All right. What? Hold on.
I have one more point. And not to mention, y'all talk about, we can be with our boys, and we don't say anything
before
to
you
each
go
other.
forward.
We just understand. You guys really are not effective communicators.
Nah, bro, let her throw the raisins in the potato salad. We can pick them out later. Hold on.
No. You're saying that
we towards the end.
Nah, man. We could pick the raisins out later. Let her put them in the potato salad. Go ahead.
No, we not, bro. We're not finna sit here and listen to all this stuff because I want to be concise.
You can't do that, bro. Matt, you can't do that. You gotta let her finish her thought, bro. Let her finish the thought
because we was talking about this over here.
Just bring it back. Remember what she said, and then just dial in.
Yeah, that's what I want to know. Like, what?
Go ahead,
I
Jess.
think we don't.
Did you hear my point?
Say it again.
Yeah, no. So I said, no, y'all don't like to tell a woman no or something that you know she's not going to want to hear.
Yeah.
And the second point was that y'all even talk about how you could be with your boys. You guys don't talk about nothing. You could just hang out. You could just you guys struggle, I think, communicating effectively.
Do you understand what it is?
All right. Can I talk now?
Hey, Marcus,
y'all stop me to hear that.
Real quick.
Go ahead, man.
All right.
You gotta be kidding.
First of all,
hey, Courtney, I'm gonna go after Marcus.
Our communication is totally different, and it is for a reason. It's one of the things that I said earlier before, especially when we raise kids and everything. You remember I kind of like talked about like how the difference between how women raise men and men raise men. It's kind of different. It kind of cross when it comes to communication. Sometimes you look at us shutting down, and we using that as a manipulative tactic to get you frustrated. Sometimes as men, we understand our testosterone level is high. We piss the fuck off. Let me cool down before I can actually communicate. Y'all take that as a whole different situation, and then y'all say, well, he can't communicate because he just shut the freak down and he don't want to talk. You sitting there, you don't have enough emotional intelligence to sit there and be like, it's hot right now. He's uneasy. Let me chill. And he'll come to me when he actually want to have the conversation. Now, I'm going to keep on going. What you just said is we don't know how to communicate. It's not the case that we don't know how to communicate. We just communicate differently. We are very direct in our verbiage. And that's something that we can say that we need to work on or whatever. But in general, that's how we are. The problem is we don't communicate like y'all. So y'all take it as we don't know how to communicate. Y'all communicate differently. If we sit here and say, hey, babe, what's wrong? Well, when you hear that well, W-E-L-L, W-E double hockey stick, it's going to be a while. Us as men, how we operate, if something is bothering us, we just going to be like, I'm pissed off right now. I don't feel like revisiting the shit that's pissing me off. I know what I got to do to fix it, and I want to fix it, and I'll feel better after I fix it. With women, y'all don't care about if it's being fixed or not. Y'all just want to talk about it because it's based off y'all feelings.
Well, I hear you, right? And that is the thing. Like women, a lot of times are going to communicate to get through it. So it is beneficial for them to talk about it.
So we operate totally different.
Right.
How y'all operate to get through stuff. Men operate differently to get through stuff. It used to be a time where women understood that, right? And I'm not being condescending. I'm being real. There was a situation where he gonna figure it out. He okay. He just need to mind it out, and he'll figure it out. And he'll be good in about 20 minutes or so.
Mm-hmm.
What y'all feed into me? I want to understand what's going on in your everyday life. What's going on? Please tell me, babe. I'm good. Leave me alone. They don't even say leave me alone. I'm just trying to I'm just trying to figure it out, right? When they trying to figure it out, they minding it out. What y'all want to hear every single thing, and y'all getting on our nerves because we try to figure this stuff out. We live on two different planes in this thing called life. Two different things. We have to operate in a way that we got to provide, and we got to prove to everybody that we can figure things out. If I'm sitting here trying to communicate to you as a man, if I'm very direct and I'm coming from a logical perspective, no feelings, I'm just saying what is, right? Y'all misconstrued that as we're not understanding and we're not in tune with our feelings. Now, I will say that I do believe, and I said this in the previous live that we did, I do believe more men are more emotionally intelligent than women. I know y'all don't agree. I knew you were gonna shake your head. I knew you were gonna say that. I do believe more men are emotionally intelligent than women, because you want to know why? Anytime that if you in a relationship, before we come to you with our grievances, we got to prepare, because I already know how you're going to take it. I got to be very, very careful with what I'm about to say, because you're going to take it the wrong way. I already know it, no matter how much I prepare for it. So if something with you is bothering me, I don't have to go on a tangent and do all this stuff and bring up your past and say some things and say some things that you told me in confidence to prove my point. I ain't got to do that. I'm just going to be right. I'm going to be direct. I'm going to say, hey, babe, I love you. Please don't take this the wrong way, right? I just want to come communicate something to you. And I say the thing. I say the thing, right? Please don't be mad. I just say the thing. Guess what? The conversation going to be derailed based off not the merit of what I said. It's going to be based how I said it, right? Now,
you gotta be honest, Mac. I'm gonna put a point in there. You got to be honest.
Not on the flip
not to
side,
promote domestic violence. The only reason that the shit is this way, because that shit did sound type sassy. The only reason women think that they more emotionally intelligent because we don't be no more.
But guess what? When y'all start talking, y'all don't even know y'all get put in a trance just because you speaking facts in your mind, because you live in your truth. You can say whatever you want to say. We should just understand everything you're saying and don't take the disrespect that you said. Right? Y'all will go in. Y'all don't have the emotional intelligence, because emotional intelligence, understanding the communication that you have with somebody, you understand how it will affect them.
No.
That's not the case?
No, emotional intelligence is being aware of your own emotions as well as being
controlling your own emotion, but at the same time, understanding what you say or what you do can affect others, correct?
I don't know if that would totally be.
No, that is correct. I looked it up all the time, specifically for these situations.
Because you could be in a bad mood today, right?
Right.
And I could say something, and then you're gonna feel some kind of way about it. Or tomorrow you're in a great mood, and I say something to y'all, which I guess I would go into it, right? Because then I'm aware of how you're gonna receive it.
But at the same time, you're controlling yourself, right? You have to control yourself before you give information to somebody, because you understand how they can take it, correct?
Sure.
All right, that's emotional intelligence. So a lot of times with a man, y'all call shut down. I understand if I say what I'm about to say, because right now emotionally I'm not right. I'm just gonna like chill out. I'm gonna talk later. Y'all can't take that. On the other side with y'all just go blatantly however you feel. No matter what the tone is, you can bring up things that we done told you in confidence. You can say this. Yeah, I'm like, well, you might need to go to therapy, because that's one of the things I've been talking about, and I'm just trying to express this, that, and the third, and blah, blah, blah. No, most men, we do not do all that stuff. And if you are amongst most men that do all the stuff that I'm talking about, that they can't control their emotions, that's something to tell about yourself. But majority of times, men mitigate risk in general. So even in conversations, we do that with our wives, we do this with our girlfriends and everything. So that's the reason why I say we are more emotionally intelligent. Just because you getting how you feel off doesn't mean you're emotionally intelligent. That's it. That's literally it.
Go ahead, Mark. Oh, go ahead, Jess.
So I was actually just reading that. I'm going to have to be jumping off. I think that this is a really good conversation, though. I don't know if something you want to explore earlier, because we do communicate differently. However, you made so many points. I don't even know where I'd want to start with it. With that being said, I would say I disagree, and I hate to leave it there, but because I don't think a lot of men are actually even aware of their own emotions. Like a lot of men will say, they're not this, and they'll try
That's
to make a
That's
logical.
speculative because if you was to give a reference, just how when I went in detail about things and scenarios, if
Oh,
you
I
give
could.
that, go ahead.
No, yeah, I could certainly give you examples. Again, though, I'm gonna have to be. Yeah, it's 1:45, so I'm gonna have to be jumping off.
Right.
But
Right.
no, there's certainly. I mean, I speak with a lot of men, right? So I've even heard these things where men are not aware of the emotions connected with what they're saying, or how they like. A lot of times they'll try to. I don't
That's
justify
a
it away or discredit that things are an emotion, which I
that's
think
a
is
human
wild.
aspect though. That's a human aspect.
Hey,
That's not gender. That's not a gender base. That's a
Well,
human.
no, Macaroni, you want to know the beautiful thing before she jumps off? You want to know the beautiful thing of this dynamic? It's a lot of things that if me and you disagreed upon, one of us getting popped in the motherfucking mouth. Once it gets there, the fact that they don't get popped in the mouth no more like their ancestors used to is proof enough that we're emotionally intelligent. Like if we just gonna cut all bullshit aside tonight, because the thing is, we'll have a conversation and we'll attack points, and women will start going to, oh well, I don't like the tone. Fuck the tone. What's the message? You know what I'm saying? Like the message gonna be the message regardless. Fuck the tone. Because you can read a book, and if you in a bad mood, the way you read a paragraph gonna hit different than when you come back and read that same motherfucking book, same page, same paragraph when you in a good mood. So we really gotta stop the bullshit. Just like when we were talking earlier, and I was talking about, HR and all that ain't needed. If we know, hey, we could get to rumble in the jungle, then that might just be a quiet day at work that day. Ain't nobody cracking jokes. Everybody gonna focus on doing this roofing, doing these nails, whatever, because we still got a job to get done. Now, once this motherfucking job get done, it's up. I bet not see you, since you didn't want to fucking do it amicably. Men gotta walk on eggshells, immaculate eggshells, just to get 1/15 of a point across to a woman. And they still try to discredit us and say we not emotionally intelligent.
Yeah, man.
On their hand, when they go into them little rainbow relationships, the DV higher on their side than our side. If you get a woman that's not healed yet, she gonna beat your ass in the middle of conversation just because she done got your words misconstrued. So who's not intelligent emotionally?
The crazy thing about it is years and years and years, women been telling other women the reason why men do what we do, but now we sitting here saying, hey, it's not that we shut down. We just like really pissed the hell off. And I know the next thing I'm about to say, it might not be the best. So I'm just chilling out so I can revisit the conversation and we can have a conversation, right? They don't take that in consideration. They like, no, y'all don't do that. Y'all just shut down to manipulate us. It's like, no, I'm like in the midst of a real deal. I'm pissed the hell off. I'm mad as hell. I'm about to go over here and just chill out so then I can actually have a conversation. That's what most men do, but they've been programmed to think that when men go silent, we're using it. He know I get mad when he gets silent. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's a lose situation. So that's the reason why I always say, like we had this conversation before. I think most men are more emotionally intelligent than women. Women just think emotionally intelligent is being able to speak and talk about how they feel, but they leave out what you say can affect the person that you're talking to. You always hear women say, yeah, this dude can't handle rejection and this, that, and the third. I told him, no, I got a boyfriend, and he went crazy. But then when you hear the real story, she was going the fuck out. Get the fuck out of my face, you broke ass nigga, this, blah, 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 and all that type of stuff, right? That's not emotionally intelligent because why can't you? Because what you just said, you don't care about how they feel about what you just said, right? You could just say no. And if he on some fuck shit, he on some fuck shit. But I find it very interesting. Anytime we start talking about men, how we navigate through conversations, it's always a difficult conversation versus when women talk about when they going through or navigating through their conversation, it should just be understood.
Shit, I'll let Marcus get his stress off while I talk again.
Hey, Marcus,
Got it.
the Master Built is the best grill that I ever had in my damn life, bro.
Hey,
My
that
God,
motherfucker-
y'all don't let my nigga Marcus get shit off.
I'm with it. That Master Built is dope as shit, bro. It took me 3 years to get that thing right.
Shit, you had Mac in his therapy bag tonight. I had to be a hood nigga.
Y'all didn't let Marcus get none of his shit off. Lord Jesus.
Hey, it's all good. Y'all got it.
Look, this how you know Marcus was in. You like this. This how you know Marcus like, man, fuck, I can't get him. He like this.
Hey man,
that head draw. That nigga head draw like.
Man,
fuck my shit, man. As men, they want us to be leaders, but they want to neuter our leadership, and that's bullshit. If we're in the middle of a war zone, I say get the fuck down. You like, oh my God, why are you cussing at me? Because bitch, you finna get shot.
Oh shit!
Like my delivery don't matter. Get the fuck down. I'm not supposed to be in the middle of a war field. Like, oh my God, babe. Just so you know, they're shooting. So if you lay down, you know it might help with your survival rate right now because bullets kind of do fly more at waist level than ankle level. So if we kind of crawl under this car, we might survive. That took too long to deliver. Bitch, get out.
Shit.
It's the same fucking message. Either way it go, get the fuck down. So we always lose shit in translation because women want to worry about how the fuck it's delivered. Shut the fuck up and just listen to the message. Because realistically, like Macaroni said, we dumb ourselves down and listen to however the fuck you feel like delivering your shit. We forgot we double tapped on the picture on Instagram.
It's a kickstand, dog.
We done looked at a picture. It was 3 pairs of cheeks on the beach, but in the back we done seen a Kawasaki jet ski that we really want to buy in the next 2 years. We hit double tap because we seen a jet ski in the back.
Damn.
They come. Oh, you just liking bitches' pictures now?
Oh yeah.
What picture are you talking about? Oh, so bitches just be on the beach in bikinis and you just double tap. Can you show me the picture? Boom, they show you the picture. Oh, you tripping on this shit? Bitch, I was looking at the jet ski. Mm-hmm.
I think she did bring like a lot of points though. It just conversation. That's all it is.
I'm like I said, I would never negate a woman's point on the pod, but at the same time, when y'all want to put me in the hood nigga bag because y'all want to be the hill suburban niggas, we can get the whole 360 on the pod, and Macaroni can bring it to you from the therapist perspective because he done seen some of them books or whatever. I will never go to therapy, so you ain't ever gonna get that from me. I'll tell you what the fuck I seen in these streets. And we can have in the middle.
That nigga ain't no therapist. No, just fucking
I ain't no therapist, dog. I ain't no therapist at all.
Hey,
you know what gives me therapy? Get on the grill, dog. That's it.
Hey, listen, I saw that 399 degrees he put in. Hey, shit. Out there flexing and shit.
Tight shit. Hey, that bitch. Hey, look. I just turned that bitch off on my app right now. Goddamn.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
let me read. Go ahead, Marcus.
Hey, that motherfucker gonna catch on fire. You better watch out.
Nah, I turned it off. I put the
don't put too much grease in it, bro. Hey, you better clean that motherfucker out of every smoke.
Oh yeah, I noticed that. After every smoke, gotta clean that shit, bro.
Oh, I tried to sear a steak and that bitch went. Whoop.
Before you read that super chat, Courtney, all I'm gonna say is if Dr. Cheyenne Bryant is a doctor, Macaroni Tony's a therapist.
That's a fact. Listen, you know what?
For real, I was on that type of time tonight.
Hey, cheers up. Listen, it's the different world glasses he got on today. He's up there just talking all soft and shit because it's the red light. You know what I'm saying? So you
Hey, y'all see it? I try to do a different vibe. You feel me? You ain't talking about ugly ass, fuck nigga, thumbhead ass boy. Oh, thumbhead ass boy, peppermint shirt ass nigga, boy.
Man, let's read the super chat real quick, bro.
Yeah, you right, man. Make it 1 year, man. 10 years, me and you gonna have matching Benzes. 10 years? Think more like 10 days, man. 10 days.
Oh shit.
Hey, salute.
Shout out to the homie AR Smitty for the $20. He said salute to the panel. 100. Hey, bro,
Hey,
appreciate you, bro. Salute to you.
I'll give you the double. There you go.
You gotta give him the kickstand, big dog. That's gonna be your thing.
Yeah, boy, hey, that's your shit, bro. That kickstand, dog.
Hey, listen, you don't have to listen. I might have to do an AI for him, bro. Get this
Hey,
nigga
look.
kickstand.
Courtney, you gotta go Claude or shit, Chat GBT.
Gemini.
You gotta create a Gemini.
You too
create a
drunk,
logo
bro.
like this.
Y'all in your face, man. You gotta
put
get
in
the
a
kickstand,
prompt.
player.
Put in a prompt like some Drake shit though.
Yeah. I definitely will. Mark it with the throwing the ears up, throwing the kickstand nail up. I like
it. He said, you know what?
Hey, y'all ain't never been like this. She's all your face. That's the kickstand.
Hey, you hate to get
Get a little
drunk
on that sauce.
all the way like this.
Yeah, it should be all over.
Look, we gonna listen.
God damn, I'll be right back.
We gonna test this out. Let's see if we can do it in less than 15. We can see 15 minutes. I got one more topic because it sort of points to the point of what Marcus was talking about earlier in the beginning. We gonna play it and we're gonna give our thoughts on it. So
15 minutes.
15 minutes. That means y'all better be concise, nigga. Ain't no jumping over the 15 minutes.
It's Friday.
Hey,
Ain't
for
nobody
me
finna be on no
to
15
be
minutes.
concise, I gotta shut the hell up.
That ain't gonna happen.
Nah, we got therapy Tony tonight, so that's already a light 35.
Listen, y'all better put a timer. You better put a timer on your watch or something. 15 minutes. And look,
Man,
20
it's
minutes.
Friday.
Listen,
It'll be all right.
this what we're gonna do. This what we're gonna do. Listen. If we go over 15 minutes, y'all ain't gotta give us no more super chats tonight. But if we get under 15 minutes, y'all gotta throw us a super chat. How about that? That'll give them some motivation. That'll get ass some motivation.
Let's see.
And knowing Raw, he like, I don't give a fuck about none of that. We going 25.
Yeah.
Niggas, man. Niggas. That's all I'm gonna say. And Mac, he like, shit, I hear you. But look, man, let's get into it, bro. Let's go ahead. Let's get into it.
I'm trying to understand why do you fight for your kids so much and then they grow up and disown you? They grow up and make it seem like it's your fault. They grow up and blame you for so much of shit. I am fighting for my son. I am fighting for my son to have a good life, good education, good standards, good world, like just good. And this boy want to be in the streets so bad. He don't want to do right in school. He don't want to do right by his siblings. Now he disrespecting me to the point where I just don't feel like fighting no more. I am tired. If it's not him, it's Newton. If it's not Newton, it's him. I am bawling my eyes out. I am so hurt right now to what I can only do is come to you guys and I don't give a fuck what y'all say about me. I am fighting for my son. He is only 17 years old. He not understanding this world is fucked up for a black person. It's fucked up for a black young boy. I let my son live life. I don't get on him about a lot of shit he do. Only thing I ask for you to go to school, get good grades, come home at a decent hour, and do right by your siblings. I let his girlfriend come over. Any girl that want to come over so he can feel comfortable. His friends come over. let him hang out. I support him. I buy him shit. I make him feel like he's a young man. And then you turn around on me and say, I'm the problem. I'm doing too much. I'm overly stepping motherhood. I'm overstepping parenthood. You need to this. You need to that. This what the fuck these kids grow up and do. This what the fuck they do. This the second one. I am tired of fighting to give my kids the love that I give them, the support, the care, the only. It is bad. You want good for your kids, and they don't see that shit. They don't see it. But another fucking woman that didn't have shit to do with you because you dated her fucking daughter have so much, so many opinions, so much advice. You don't listen to your own fucking mother. Your mother. I'm your mother. This is why I'm tired. I am tired. And then the stepdaddy calling me, trying to make a difference. That's my son. I'm fighting for my son.
That nigga crazy.
That nigga crazy.
Nah, we going to therapy corner first. Y'all don't want to hear what I gotta say.
Yeah.
Go ahead, bro. Go get it off, bro.
Oh, yeah. You got it. Yeah, shit. Hey, Tom, yeah.
I can understand the frustration, but she said a bunch of nothing. If she was gonna say everything that she said, then she should have just not even press record.
Bro, the thing is, the women who heard that shit did not pick on the bad shit she said.
I picked up on it.
No, I'm saying women who hear that shit, like us, we're men, so we picked up on the key points that she said.
Hey,
that was
them
like,
comments,
what the
Courtney.
fuck are you talking about? All women heard was she's in the straw. Everything else was fucking
comments on the video.
her fault. Was it?
No, go ahead.
Yeah. So her fuck, like it was all like, you hear the shit she was saying. Like we picked up on
like she this is the perfect example of parents trying to be like, I ain't gonna be as hard on my kids as my parents was. I'm gonna let them do what they do, and they trying some new shit, and that shit don't work out. So now you done let his girlfriend in, and he done smashed in the house, and everything cool and all that type of stuff, and you sitting here wondering why everything went wrong.
You heard what she said? Only I ask you. You go to school, you have all your friends over, you have a girl over. That's like that shit don't even go together. Yeah. You only you focus on if the motherfucker go to school, not the other shit is gonna lead him down a different path. You have your friends though when you are 16, 15, and they mom cool with you being there, bro. That's not gonna end well.
I'm gonna just say how I know that she lying. I'm gonna tell you how I know she lying.
About what part?
She too old to be recording this shit. She lying.
About what part though? What you lying about?
Of all the shit that she done did to make him an outstanding young man, and he went against the grain.
But what she said, said was a lot of moms in the hood. Bro, I know like me, like
in the hood.
But when I like shit, I know they seem real familiar to me too. This is a house that me and my boys used to go to and hang out because our parents would, same shit, bro.
Courtney, play like 5 seconds of that video, bro. Like real quick, just real quick.
I'm trying to understand, why do you fight for your kids so much and then they grow up and disown you?
All right. So first off, the tattoo on the titty. She'll reform. What's Freaknik?
She said they disown you, and she
She
literally
what?
said, she said her kid disowned you. She literally said that now he listening to his girl's mom as like a mom.
Yeah, and that's one of the things when people.
One of the doing some fuck shit, and his girl's mom is actually on some cool shit.
She might be drunk, bro. That might be some shit.
We gotta stop bringing on alcohol, man.
Nah, that's genuine terror. She had that white corner of her mouth like Boosie be having.
Oh shit.
Yeah, you didn't see that white she did?
I ain't see that white. I ain't see that.
Man.
Oh, yeah. She had that foam in the corner.
I'm trying to understand.
Let me see. You gotta find that. When she had that corner, I said, she drank some water.
Oh, right there.
Nah, it get worse. It get worse.
It get worse than that.
So what are y'all trying to say about the?
But she coming from a genuine place.
Oh yeah, most fucked up people think they're right.
No, yeah, you're right.
Are you shitting me? Like I'm pretty sure people. Everyone who's if I guarantee if you talk to, let's go to the worst of the worst, motherfuckers who assassinate people, I guarantee you they really believe in that shit. They really they'll cry. They'll be like, God told me to. Oh, come on, man. Like, these are people. Just because you cry, don't mean it's right.
You see that mayonnaise in the corner?
Matt, you see that? You see that phone?
That's crazy.
Got that cannon.
Ugh.
Hey,
I think one of these days what I want to do on this podcast, it gets some people on who actually going through some fucked up shit in their life, like as far as like in their like growing up, and I want to hear those like conversations too to see how like shit's different. When I'm doing
you
like
gotta talk about me like that, bro. I'm right here.
Yeah, no. I'm talking about some people, motherfuckers who didn't love you, type shit. Like, I'm gonna tell you, like if you go through a relationship, you didn't have money, you didn't have none of that. I would have rather chose not having money, but someone gave a fuck about you is different. If you are broke as fuck and whoever is raising you gives a fuck about you, it's totally different than having money and no one gives a fuck.
See, like, the thing that parents don't understand, and like even now that we old enough to be parents, we have to kind of keep that in the back of our mind. Is your story is your story. That doesn't negate the kids and their reality.
100%.
You know what I'm saying? So when I grew up, that's when I came to terms to understand, like, oh, my Dukes was looking out. She really loved me, blah, blah, blah. When I was a kid, you couldn't tell me my mama loved me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm an only child of a single mom, and my mama Jamaican. When you say Jamaican, you already know that's just ass whooping off the rip. Jamaican just come with a whooping for being born. Like, you're born, whooping.
We
breathe, whooping. It's like that episode of Boondocks where the daddy came in like, did I just catch you trying to read, nigga? Did I catch you trying to do the dishes?
Yeah, ass whooping.
So that's the thing. Like, you couldn't have told me that was coming from a healthy place. The problem with this lady on screen is she's enabling bad things while trying to instill good things. So it's a confusion loop.
See, I don't think I don't have any confusion that I think in her mind she thinks she's doing the right thing.
No, she does, but she's in a confusion loop though. Because
she's doing an absolute wrong thing.
You can't tell me you doing for your kids and you doing this and that, but then in the same breath you admitting that your house is a kick it spot.
Yo, exactly what you said.
Niggas could have come to my house.
Raw, exactly what you said. Exactly what you said before. When you realize when you're older that your mom like gave a fuck about you because she disciplined you. Shit that wasn't fun. Shit that wasn't cool. Like, for some reason, some people mind and think, oh, I want to go to that fun shit. I want to have that fun. I want to have all that be dope, be this. I'm going to raise my kids like that and end up being fucked up. Like, unless you realize that, yo, that shit that I remember back in the day that I hated actually made me a good person. Like, it made me fucking better. People don't fucking understand that shit. People think like, yo, that shit I had, like, back in the day, I was disciplined and this while you living in a fucking $400,000-$500,000 house and you got shit. I don't want my kids to go through that. I want my kids to have a fun time. You're a fucking idiot. You're stupid. Like, that is crazy to me. That don't make no goddamn sense.
Hold on, say what? Hold on, you do want your kids to go through what?
Like, what I'm trying to say is the shit you went through. You say the shit you went through was not the best because you didn't have fun. But you got to look at the product what you have. You live in a $500,000, $400,000, $500,000, $100,000 house. You got a good job. You doing good. You hated how your childhood was. But I want to teach my kid to go through that childhood that I thought would be fun. It's gonna be better, and it ends up being shit. That means you ain't got shit right. Like you're not understanding that discipline is way better than fucking fun, especially when you're a kid.
Yeah,
which is different because like we always have the conversations about like my kid older comes to me like that is way different. I don't want my kid's friend when they're fucking in a teenager. It's crazy. But that wouldn't even excite me.
Because, like, the thing for me growing up, which I don't know her children or whatever, and I guess she going through it, it's just, personally, in my opinion, she got half-assed discipline in her household. But for me, I'll admit that, I gave my mom headaches sometimes, and I wasn't necessarily hanging with the best of people all the time. Because my thing is, I actually grew to a point where sometimes I felt like she went out, she had to fight the world. Ain't no daddy around, clearly. So she out there fighting the world like a man has to. Come back, the world stressed out. I feel like sometimes half of my whoopings was just she was pissed off at work. I was just something to take it out on. So eventually I grew to the point to where if I'm going to be a good kid and I'm still getting whoopings and getting in trouble, I turned into LaMilton. I want to do hood rat shit with my friends. Bad things are fun. I'm gonna get an ass whooping anyway, so I'm outside. Now that I'm older and I look back, I'm like, damn, like it's a lot of times that I did put some extra stress on my dukes that I didn't have to. But at the same time, I also had OGs in the hood too when I was in the hood environments. Because don't get me wrong, we bounce back and forth. I done lived in an actual home in a residential suburban neighborhood, and I done lived in the Jets. But there was always people looking out. So like even when I was in the projects, there was still a dude,
That's the village.
Well, yeah, we had the village back then. So you got a dude, he just got out of jail. He been out for like 2 years. He done sat on a 20-year bid. He done had 5 kids when he went in. He came out. He only got 1 kid technically surviving. Because we could say 2 dead, 2 locked up, and only 1 actually became something. And he like, shit, you, your mama, only child. Like, bro, I get that this shit is fun, or, the glitz and glamour, we make it look good, but I done been down this road. Like, don't.
Yeah,
So,
and that's the thing. I understand that too, because even then, just how you've had your experience, in the suburban area, right? I've also had my experience in the hood too, believe it or not. You know what I'm saying? And that was when I would go to Cali, right? And I would spend months with my grandmother who was in California, so she lived right in the middle of the hood. But everybody knew who Dovey Nickelberry was. Even because when we talk about Crips, Bloods, everybody was on that street, but they had mad respect for her. So anybody who knew that we were related to Dovey Nickelberry, everybody was like, okay, you don't fuck with her grandkids at all. And so we was up and down the block like it wasn't nothing. Literally, at night, shots right up the street. Uncle got killed right up the street because he was one of the big kingpins at that time, and he ended up getting shot in the head. So I understand it and what it means to have a village. You know what I'm saying? There were certain people who wouldn't let you get involved in BS that you shouldn't be in. Like, hey, listen, Courtney, now don't be going down there because you already know your grandmama, she gonna act a fool. And I ain't finna get in trouble by it neither. So now I'm gonna need you to turn around and go on back down there. Because as kids, we were dumb. We were still doing dumb things, even though we were taught well. We were still doing dumb things and trying to get into some BS that we shouldn't be getting into just because we were just dumb kids at the end of the day. We didn't know no better.
Yep. Yeah, I don't know if it's just my bias or what it is.
It's definitely your bias.
It's definitely my bias, 100%. But when I hear hood and I hear West Coast, I'm like, what the fuck you talking about, bro? Like from the South, like in Mississippi, like, geez.
Have you ever that's the question. Have you ever been to the West Coast?
I mean,
not Arizona, but I'm talking about.
And I'm just letting you know, people from Mississippi don't go
like
too far,
California,
man.
like Compton.
Lived out there in that area. Have you ever experienced?
Have I lived there? No.
Exactly. So therefore, you can't. That's the point. That's what the bias because I lived in Mississippi too.
But what I'm saying is the grind is a little different.
No, it ain't.
Oh, okay. All right. Again,
I ain't gonna hold you, Marcus.
I
get what you're saying.
It is my bias. When I think when you living in, like, you go to New Orleans, you go to Third Ward, you go shit. These motherfuckers they living in shotgun houses. These motherfuckers are going through some shit, bro, like crazy. But then you go to the West Coast, these are nice neighborhoods, but these motherfuckers are just thugs. Like, you know what I mean?
That lets you know that you only speaking from what you think. I live
exactly what I said. It is my bias. It is my bias.
But that comes from, and respectfully, that comes from an ignorant bias because you haven't even been out there.
But okay. So, but then we gotta go against. What I'm trying to say is, why are you a thug and you live in a nice place?
Because all of California ain't nice.
Just because. So let me do this.
I don't think he played Grand Theft Auto San Andreas.
Do you believe that there are nice areas in Mississippi?
Did you not play San Andreas,
You
bro?
really asking me that?
I'm asking you a question because I live there too. Do you believe that there are nice areas in Mississippi?
I lived in a nice place in Mississippi.
Oh, exactly. So therefore, most people who've never been to Mississippi, they wouldn't even know that there's nice places in Mississippi. They gonna think it's just country bumpkin shit out there.
That's ignorant.
Thank you. That's the same thing you just mentioned about.
Y'all ain't listening to what I'm saying, bro. Y'all ain't listening. I don't think y'all listen to what the fuck I say.
You kind of, hey, Marcus, you kind of put
listen
on
to what I
that
say.
one, bro.
Cause y'all on the same level. Y'all don't listen to what the fuck I say. There's differences.
Oh, man.
Have you, like, in a hood? Like, let me slow it down. When I in a hood in Mississippi, in the fucking ghetto in Mississippi, it is like crazy grimy shit. Like, it is not to where you go to the middle class neighborhood or someone whatever. The motherfuckers are there thugging. They ain't doing that shit. Because you're able to afford this type of shit. You ain't doing that type of shit the motherfuckers are doing over here.
In California.
So when I look at it, and I'm telling you, it's a bias. Again, it's a bias. So when I go to the West Coast and everything's clean, everything's cool, the only thing you got is fucking bars on the windows.
Clean?
In Compton.
Marcus, this is Marcus. This is why you coming from. This is why you coming from an ignorant. This is why. No, hold on. No, you got to let me cook on this one. This is why you coming from an ignorant place. You already said that you've never been to California. So just by you saying that it's clean over there, you already the law because all of California is not clean.
Bro, I've never lived in California. That's ignorant to think I've never been
I said
to California.
I said I have. I lived in Mississippi. I lived in California, and I lived in
You're not
Alabama.
listening to what I'm saying, bro. I'm saying it is my bias. It is that should kill everything else. It is my bias.
Well, that's the point. You shouldn't even talk about it if you can't even come from a place of just saying it's your bias. And I'm telling you from a person who lived there, I'm telling you what it's not. And you're saying like, bro, it's my bias, but it's cool over there. And I'm telling you, that's like me saying I've never lived in Mississippi before. And I said, hey, bro, Mississippi is country.
You don't think I know murders happen in California? You don't think I know that motherfuckers are ruthless?
Of course, I know
that. Are fucking ruthless.
But Marcus, look what you said. You keep saying that we don't hear what you're saying, but we listen to what you say because you said, listen, you said just because they got rails over there in this clean shit. But
you're doing a dumb voice. Don't get mad when I say logic, okay? Go ahead, keep going.
No, I'm doing the deep voice because you not got a light voice. So, yeah, you know my voice is light. So
you're doing a dumb voice, okay? But I'm not stupid. I know what you're doing, but I'm not mad at it.
I'm doing
not mad at it. Keep going.
I'm doing
but don't get mad when I say logic.
I'm doing the deep voice. I'm doing the deep voice.
That's not a deep voice. Okay, all right. I'm stupid. Okay, keep going.
I didn't say that. But what I'm saying is the fact that you're saying that it's rails over there in LA, cool. Yeah, that's great. But you're saying that it's different over there in LA, and you saying that it was clean and all of California is clean because that's what you said. And then
in Compton versus where I'm.
There's more places than Compton.
I'm gonna say it one more time. I'm gonna say one more time. It is my bias. That means that it might be wrong, might right. When I say bias, I mean like how I predict things. I think when motherfuckers live in the slums, then that is justified for them possibly to be a certain way. But I think if you got a certain sort of living how you live, I don't think there's any excuse for you to be that way. So I guess let's just start from that part.
Okay, so but when I tell you I lived over there, and I tell you it's not the same way, so that your bias is null and void.
I've never said
that's like me saying telling Raw. That's like me saying Raw. I got a bias towards where Raw lived at in Brooklyn, and I said, listen, bro, my bias tells me that y'all live this kind of way over here. Like it ain't really like that in Brooklyn for real. And Raw tell me, nigga, I grew up over there.
So what I'm trying to say is, what I'm trying to say is,
first of all, for a New York politics perspective, I'm from the Bronx. Fuck Brooklyn.
My bad, Bronx. Okay. I said Brooklyn. The Bronx.
The dude that just got a life in prison for killing that rapper or whatever, right? We remember they're on stage and shit. He lived in a nice neighborhood, but this motherfucker's a thug, right? Now he's trying to hang out with the thugs. That's what I'm kind of almost comparing it to that. You know what I'm talking about?
I know what you're talking about.
The dude that had the cool life. Because usually people are pissed off and they do certain things because they can't afford certain shit. So what I'm trying to say is, what I see is a little different. I ain't say it's my bias. Yeah, they're killers, man. They're thugs. They will shoot you in a heartbeat without talking to you in California.
Okay.
Cool. It is what it is.
Okay.
It's just my perception of how you should act in your circumstances versus this. And again, it's just a different way of thinking. That's the way I think. It is whatever it is. Yeah, these motherfuckers are killing people, bro. They killing people. They're thugs. They're hard. Whatever. If people think that makes them hard, I don't give a fuck, bro. I know that shit happens in California. I think actually it happens a lot more in California. Motherfuckers is fucking going out with really not thinking about it and just fucking people up.
So
what I'm trying to say is that is for how I equate the reason you should act that way is not what I see when I see what they're going through.
Okay, but it still makes your bias null and void because I live there, and if I'm telling if your bias tells you one thing, but you've never experienced a certain area. Hold on, I'll let you cook. I got quiet. I let you cook.
Go ahead.
If you had a bias, and I tell you, hey Marcus, I actually lived out there in the area. It ain't like how you saying it is based off of your bias, big dog. And then I also told you I lived in Mississippi too, which is one of the reasons I asked you, hey, bro, do you think there's good areas in Mississippi? Like, hell yeah. But there's also some shitty areas as well, which I know because I live there as well. So I'm able to speak on it, right? Just as Alabama, great areas, and there's some horrible areas. Pritchard, Alabama, right? It's a road, no saying, Roger Williams, for those of y'all who know, areas like that, right? So because I live there in that area, so I'm able to speak on it. But if I just give you a bias, now mind you, you're right for your bias. Cool, you can have your bias, but if I'm able to give you a more perspective of where you're talking about, I'm like, nah, it ain't like what you think it is, big dog. It's more than that.
But when I say I got a bias, that means it's probably not right. When I say I got a bias. When I got a bias, it means that what I think is probably not what's actually going on. So that's why I said I got a bias because how I look at things. Yes, they're thugs, they're killing, it's all kinds of shit, bro. Like 100%. What I'm trying to say, my bias is that's how I don't think it should work. That's all I was saying, man. I'm not saying I've never said there ain't no killings in California. I know some dumb shit like that. These motherfuckers killing people all day. These motherfuckers killing motherfuckers for no reason. Like I said, I equated to the dude who lived in a good neighborhood who now want to hang out with the thugs. What the fuck are you doing that for, bro?
Yeah, that's in Chino. Yeah, that's Chino Hills. That's Chino Hills, California, where you got where that's a good area. But I ain't talking about that area. I ain't talking about Chino Hills or the areas where the suburbs are at. I ain't talking about the suburban area.
I just said Compton. Isn't Compton like the one of the fucking?
Yeah, it's one of them, but there's more.
There's way more than that. I know it's way more. Okay, yes. I'm not gonna keep going on this. This is an endless road of nothing. So. Well, it is what it is, bro.
What I was gonna say is the problem with California is it is proper presenting curbside. So, like, I get what you're saying with the hoods in Mississippi and all that. Because don't get me wrong, like I was ignorant too to California because I'm like, shit, y'all niggas got houses and grass. Like, ain't no way you gang making out a 4-bedroom, nigga. Like, we making it work off the 13th floor in a 2-bedroom with 7 people in the crib. You know what I mean? But a lot of those houses, they have curbside appeal. But if you go on the inside, some of them niggas ain't even got furniture, bro. Like niggas is going through it. So
I know how much it costs to buy that house. So I'm like,
and that's the thing too. A lot of those people bought those houses when they were cheap, and it's passed down. And just property taxes alone equates to what damn near they bought the house, what they daddy and mama bought the house for. You know what I'm saying? So it's still strange situations. And yeah, Compton is the more beautiful portrayal of the ghetto because like at least they grass still green in Compton. San Bernardino is straight dirt. That shit look like you out here on Broadway and 24th Street out here. So it presents well in pictures, and them palm trees fool a lot of people. And that's why, like, even, you know, if somebody had your mindset from Mississippi and went out there, you know, over there, they're like, shit, nigga, you fool, because you think shit's sweet just because the house painted and got bars on the window. But shit, ain't no furniture here, nigga. Run me that chain so I can go buy some food. Now, I've been starving for 2 days.
Oh, yeah, no.
You know,
yeah, I don't think anyone on this panel is going to understand what I'm trying to say.
I get what you're saying because I used to live on that same. I used to die on that same hill. I understand what you.
It's not even really down the hill. Like I understand what's going on. I'm just saying it's more of a. I can understand this, and I can't understand this. I think it's more.
Okay, I see what you're saying there too.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's pretty much. I guess the simple way. That's what I get. I understand when I see motherfuckers go through. Like it's a trailer on a fucking lot. That someone like that's your house, like you know what I'm saying. Like if someone come in there, like y'all just it's like almost like a trap. You know what I'm saying? Like motherfuckers don't even own that shit. Like that house been vacant for fucking 8 years and nobody ain't come to check on it. Motherfuckers live there. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. I guess that's kind of what I'm trying to say.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
This.
Cali's beautiful. Cali is a Bob Ross painting of the hood. The shit look good. Like. Which painting is it? Is it the Mona Lisa that they hit with the UV light and they realized like the dude that painted the Mona Lisa, he fucked up on it like 3-4 times? Like if you look through it, it's layers of bullshit under it, but you know, we all just look at the Mona Lisa like, oh, that's beautiful, but really the skeletal under it is fucked off. That's how Cali is. Like it presents well, but it's not, shit ain't all sweet. Because another place that people get fucked up at is niggas let their guard down in Vegas. If you sneak one block east or west off the strip,
another one,
you don't have no hood etiquette or nothing, you are free lunch. And they will do it to you. You know what I mean? So it presents like that's the thing about the West Coast, all these palm trees and shit. You got motherfuckers dropping their guard.
Nah,
that's fine and dandy, but it ain't really as sweet as it presents to be.
You can get smoked anywhere, bro. You can get, like people are crazy. People will do whatever. Like, no, just my thing was just more like I understand, but I don't understand that. That's literally what it is. That's all.
For sure. With shizzle. But hey man, we passed 15 minutes. We passed 15 minutes. It is what it is, you know what I'm saying? It's dope when we have good conversation, you know what I'm saying? Even when we go at it, we always gonna go at it. That's what we do as men. We go at it, but nobody loses sleep over the shit. We just have conversations. Shout out to Jessica for pulling up on us. You know what I mean? She talked her talk, you know what I'm saying? Believe what she believed.
Hey, what state is she from?
She's out there in Boston, I believe, right?
Oh, East Coast? You say left.
Gotta be somewhere east.
Yeah. She in the East Coast. Yeah, she's out there in the East Coast. So shout out to her. You know what I'm saying, for pulling up. We were supposed to have, listen, I'm gonna need y'all to go come at Dalen because Dalen was supposed to be on here tonight.
Who, Dalen?
Dalen, yeah. Dalen.
That would have been. Hey, at least we'd have some titties on the show.
You stupid.
Damn, Dalen. Who's Dalen?
You remember Dalen? She was on at first she was on, and she used to pull up on Anton them channel, and then she was going on Fatty them channel.
It's this chick that she done found the Lord through the internet until you go to her Instagram and it's just milk everywhere.
You stupid.
Is it Daylon? Oh shit, I do. Okay, yeah, I got it.
Yeah. Chocolate milk for everyone. You put a bear tap on them bitches.
Oh shit.
Yeah, she was supposed to pull up on us, but she didn't this time. She hit me up. She texted me during the live and she was like, you know what I'm saying? she had a lot on the plate, so she'll hit me up when she ready to pop in. I was like, all right, bet. So no harm, no foul. It is what it is.
Hey, everybody in the chat, man. Your favorite internet bae. We don't care if they argumentative or if they docile. Tell them come hop over here on Banter and Barter. Let's get it in.
Facts.
Yeah. To the not no tyranny, but
hey, I don't give a fuck. We
Hey,
can
now tell Tierney can pull up too. She's just gonna listen. She's just gonna respect the pattern. I think she might be the only one that I might mute. Like, hey man,
Hey, I don't care if you put a wig and titties on Sharon with his little fucking feminist ass.
I wouldn't mind. The thing is, I wouldn't mind Sharon coming up. But the only difference is we need more women on the panel, man.
That's what I said. Put a wig on him. He already fucking woman presenting.
You stupid.
I don't think. Yeah, I think it'd be more if he was on. It had to be. Yeah, his whole thing would be. It would be a woman against man type shit. I don't know if we have that much energy on that one, but
yeah,
but he the Miss Doubtfire podcast, so
yeah, he's getting it, and that he believed that shit.
He said, if Sharon come up, you need a spot. See, that's what I'm saying.
Hell yeah, get PJ in that joint.
That's what I'm saying. We gotta have it at least. We gotta have it even. We gotta have some more women on here, but it can't be a whole bunch of hard legs on here. Pause.
Hey, I don't care what Courtney talking about, PJ. If he come up here, I got you, because we gotta ostracize that nigga from New York.
Yeah.
Ooh.
That nigga's cut off.
Well, listen, if y'all want to bring him up, this y'all channel too. So if y'all want to bring him up, bring him up. I mean, I'm just gonna sit over here and moderate.
Nah, I need more soft voices up here. Hey, just like Surrogate, babe. If she want to have a fourth one, tell her holla at me. I'm Jamaican. I was always on the honor roll.
This man is crazy.
I can give him to you. He was like, you forget about that baby in a minute. I got you.
Hey. I mean, shit, if I could be a true dad, DAD, dick and dip, I'm in there.
That's crazy.
What?
Man, we finna cut this live off. This man here's
you realize it's Father's Day and not Daddy Day, right?
Yep, I sure do.
Exactly. So fathers is the ones that stay behind and nurture.
I ain't got
Dad, we just hit you with the dick and dip. So shit.
My man
if he needs some dip on the chip, I got him.
Dick and dips.
You got too much dip on your chip, player.
Yeah.
Remember, I still got the Jamaican flag in my bloodstream, so
Yeah, I see that.
We good to drop some dick off on the bitch and get ghosts.
I don't like your friend Josh. He has a knife and he will stab you. And who is going to pay for it?
Yo, that's crazy though.
You stupid as hell.
Yo, hey, you see the motherfuckers in these other countries be wielding fucking swords?
Yep.
Fucking machetes.
Yep.
Motherfuckers like this with a fucking machete come. God damn, bro.
Yeah, and that's something earlier when I was just weaponizing the use of the word fear. Fear with Jessica. I'm like, hey, like, we don't care if it's your first pregnancy. If your mind is that fucked off, then we need to sterilize you, because there's people in third world countries. I done seen it with my own eyes. It might have been the first time that somebody was out there stealing, but they got caught by the wrong person. Their hand get chopped off.
Oh no!
I done seen somebody get shoved in a tire. They poured gas on his ass, lit his ass on fire, and rolled him down the street.
You said they shoved him in the tire?
I ain't scared of no police.
They put him in the middle of a tire, threw gas on his ass, kicked him over while he was on fire, and watched his ass roll downhill.
Oh hell no!
Ain't scared of no police. Like,
so when motherfuckers over here stealing from Walmart and all you get is a little citation with a court date, life is fair for you.
And the motherfuckers talking about defund the police. Come on, bro.
Jesus.
Man, you know they go crazy if there was no police presence in the state. Oh shit.
I mean, shit. You ever kicked it in the trap house where they cook crack?
Hell nah.
Exactly.
It ain't just the movies.
Probably
they know some of them women that's helping cook is users.
Oh yeah,
I've been in them trap houses where women is in there butt naked, head to toe.
Oh shit.
If you want to get high, you better boof the shit in that little cooter cat or something. That's the only way you stealing it.
You like, don't sneeze.
Yeah, you ain't putting it in the bra under the titty. You ain't got a bra on.
Mother be like, whoosh. I'm like, oh, you dead.
And I don't know what they put in crack. They got to be collagen in crack because them crackheads, they titties still be perky.
Shit. All right. Then it's time to shut it down.
Yeah, you know what? It's about that time, bro.
Leave it at that.
You know what? Hey man, listen, bro. I gotta hit the button.
Boy, it's out the mud. We got Rashad McCount.
Shit, boy.
All right, I'll let y'all breathe. Until Tuesday, this has been the Banter and Barter Show.
There you go.
Like, comment, share, subscribe, hit the hype button. And hey, send this to your ex bitch. She gonna be somebody next, bitch. And I know when she get me, she gonna be mad.
Hook it.
Listen, bro. If y'all really rocking with the show, like real talk, don't be afraid to share the platform. Don't be afraid to tell the shorties, because we looking for some shorties to come over and kick it with us. You know what I mean? And listen, we aren't the type of people to copyright and all that shit. So if you want to clip the videos up or whatever you saw that was interesting, share it with some people or clip it up and repost it, whatever the case may be. You know what I mean? Because we trying to get this thing big, because y'all already know how what what you call it? The shit that's going on with YouTube with the $8,000. So we gotta get we gotta get Banter and Barter. Yeah, we gotta get Banter and Barter up there. We gotta get into monetization before that actual stipulation hits. So we gonna need y'all help to get us there, all right?
Hey, so and like we need the Cardi B's and the Glorilla's, and if you know Kamala Harris and Michelle Obama, we'll take them too.
Facts.
We could do a special show.
Send them this way. Send them this way.
I ain't got no criminal background. They can send the CIA.
Stupid. But until next time, my good people, I appreciate y'all, and we will holla, dog.
Man, don't do me like that, man.
I'm gonna take you to the crane, huh? I'm gonna go sketch to the crane, huh? I'm tired of this shit, man. No.